Hello everybody, where's my camera? Hello everybody, welcome back to another Explain 12 live stream. It's been about a year since we've done this. Welcome back. Hope everybody's doing well. I see chat's already freaking out. Hello, yes, good to see you all. Welcome back to Explain 12. Hope everybody is well. Guys, can we just off the top of the stream, can we just keep like the whole debate between Explain 12 and Microsoft? Can we just like, let's try and have a nice, calm day where we don't, you know, all beat each other up because we enjoy using a different simulator than the next person maybe sitting beside us in chat. So please guys, we're all in the flight sim community together, right? I can't stress this enough. We are all here together because we love aviation, we love aircrafts, we love simulators. It shouldn't matter what simulator you choose to spend your time in as long as you are enjoying yourself. There's no need to preach the good word of which simulator you think is best for you. Everybody has a different option. Just like there's millions of cars on the road, everybody has a different taste, everybody has a different opinion on what is best. That's it, guys. Let's just enjoy this. Let's enjoy the time. We have a beautiful Dash 8 in front of us. I mean, does it get any sexier than the Air Canada Express livery on this Dash 8? I don't think it does, chat. I really don't think it does. One thing that I'd like to point out, I cannot get Sim Toolkit Pro working. I'm going to have to call 1-800-CALL-DAN after the stream today, and hopefully for this evening stream, Dan, if you're available this afternoon, once this stream ends, I can't figure out how to get it to work, Dan. It's asking me for like an IP address because X-Plane is installed on a different computer because the software, the capture software is running on the stream PC, and it's given me all kinds of issues. It's just being weird as all hell. So, hopefully, Dan, you can help me out afterwards and we can figure out what the hell's going on with this, because it asks me if I want to connect to it. I do have Sim Toolkit Pro connector in my plugins folder the way that I should, but for some reason it's not pulling the information from the simulator to the stream PC. So I don't know what's going on with that, chat. So just off the top, I'm gonna actually make a pin note. Yes, we know the live info banner is not working. We'll hopefully have it working for our evening stream. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna pin that so I don't get a million people coming in here telling me, Captain, the banner is not working. Okay, there we go. Sounds like you need to put your Sims PC local IP address into Sim Toolkit Pro if that's what it's asking for. That's exactly what it's asking for, Fred. Where would I find that? Maybe I can do this right now, Fred, with your help. That is exactly what it's asking. So if I go to Sim Toolkit Pro, like it says that it's connected, but obviously it's not connected, right? And I go to settings and I go to, where the hell is it? I go to settings. I don't even know like where to put it. Simulator setup, live, profile. I don't even know. Always on top, flight training, streaming. Nope, nothing to do with streaming. Settings. Run IP config on the stream PC. But it doesn't, it needs the gaming PC. So this is exactly why I didn't want to do this. Joseph, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Your Sim PC should be 192 something. But I don't even know where to put it. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't even see anywhere in Sim Toolkit Pro where I have to put an IP address. Do you know what I mean? Oh, wait, shit. I see it here. Installation, Explain folder, find. Hold on, I might be able to get this, chat. Oh, wait, shit. No, because it's on a different PC. God damn it. Explain connection guide, network mode. Sim Toolkit Pro and the simulator are on different devices. Correct. Explain connection guide. Explain local host / port. Explain is on Windows. I need to find the explain host / port. Wait until this afternoon. Okay. Command prompt IP config and the IPv4 address. For the local host, it's given me like a 5-digit number here on the side. Explain connection guide. Let's see what we need to do. Firstly, select Explain 12 from the dashboard and then checked. Head to the settings, look for new Explain tab that will appear on the top page. If Sim Toolkit Pro is able to find your folder, click on the find button, blah, 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 blah. For local installations, you're done. If the plugin isn't, blah, 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 blah. With plugin loaded, you should be network setup. Okay. Network setup is slightly different, but also nice and simple too. Sim Toolkit Pro for Explain 12 over a network can function with any combination of device. Windows, Sim Toolkit Pro, and Linux, Sim, blah, 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 blah. First step is to ensure the plugin is installed in the Explain, which it is. This can be done either by installing that, yeah, that's fine, okay, or by viewing the plugin files, yes. With the plugin installed, the only setup required is to ensure the IP is correct for the simulator device. Important to make sure that port 51303 is open on the simulator device in your firewall as required. Please consult the appropriate documentation for this. Okay, we're just gonna wait. We're gonna let Daniel, we'll let Dan earn his pay grade around here, and we'll worry about that. Anyways, the banner will be fixed for later today. Okay, guys, how about that? We'll make sure that we fix the banner for later. The port and everything should be default. The port and everything should be default. Okay, anyways, like I said, we're not gonna worry about it right now unless. Dan, can you send me a DM? Does Dan get paid? No, I just pretend like Dan gets paid because the amount of work that he does around here. But yeah, I guess I explain host / port. I guess I just need the IP address. It'll take me 10 to 15 minutes later today. Explaining over chat is inappropriate. Okay, cool. We'll worry about it afterwards, Dan, after the stream. So unfortunately, guys, the banner is just going to be in-op. We're just going to have a big in-op button over top of the banner for today. But we will get it going for later this afternoon, okay? We do have an extra stream, or it's Thursday, so we have an evening stream tonight. We're going to be doing some WestJet Encore ops. So we do have a stream tonight. right? So that's what we're going to be doing. So friends, welcome aboard. This is X-Plane 12. It has been 1 year and like 6 days since we've been in X-Plane. Have things changed? Absolutely. Is it still kind of depressing? Yes, a little bit. The anti-aliasing is extremely broken still. I don't think that that's ever going to get fixed, to be honest with you, with X-Plane. The rendering system as well, the whole new rendering system, in my opinion, is god-awful. But you know what? We're not here to criticize visuals because we all know that X-Plane will not even stand a chance against Microsoft. We're here to enjoy the beautiful airplane that we see in front of me. That is the main reason that we're here. We're not here because we love X-Plane and we're here to give X-Plane some more. No, no, no. We're here because we love the airplanes that are available for X-Plane. So over the course of next week, this week coming up, you're going to see me fly the Q400 and the 757, the two major airplanes that I miss the most, being a Microsoft Flight Simulator user now. So I am very excited about today. It should be a lot of fun. I've done a couple practice flights for you guys, so I'm not a complete noob. Very different. Obviously, when I haven't flown in the simulator in over a year, you can imagine what my first couple landings were like. Actually, to be fair, I did my first landing on stream with Dan and, well, I was streaming it in Discord with Dan and Mopar Dude, and I got like a minus 56 or something. My first landing, extremely floaty, but it was a good time. Okay, I missed a couple people here. Give me 2 seconds. Let me go ahead and jump back over here to these guys. I missed a celebration from, who do we have? Malex for 11 months. Sorry, I'm going to try and scroll up here because it's not showing me on there. Who did we have? We had Andre Aviation celebrating 6 months. Thank you for your support. We got Malex celebrating 11 months. Thank you as well for your support, my friend. We've got Skyflyer 320 back in business class for 18 months. Appreciate you, my friend. Huge no floaties to you. Thank you very much for your support. I truly do appreciate it. You think I missed the CRJ 200? Dude, that airplane hasn't been updated in like 6.5 years. No, I don't miss it one bit, actually. I missed the sound pack. The BSS sound pack for the RJ200 was absolutely fantastic, and that's about the only thing. Fly with Mate coming in celebrating 20 months as well. Huge no floaties to you, Fly with Mate. Thank you very much for your support. I truly do appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That is extremely kind. Sweet, cool. Friends, shall we do it? Let's jump inside the cockpit. Let's get this bad boy program ready to rock and roll. It's going to be a great flight.
Why is the info banner not working? I'm pissed.
God damn it. How are the cows? Coming in with the $50 donation. Huge no floaties to you, my friend. I think I know who that is, but I'm not quite sure. But thank you for the support, my friend. The cows are great. We actually do call them moo cows because of the amount of hay that they ate. So huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very much for the support. I appreciate you. We got to get you up with the total, though. We'll fix up that in a second there. Thank you very much, my friend. I appreciate you, dude. Are you planning on flying the IXCG 733 on Friday? No. So a couple things that I just want to speak about here, guys. I'm not going to be flying any of the Airbus series. If I want to fly an Airbus, arguably I'm just going to jump in Microsoft and I'm going to go fly the Phoenix A320. I personally think that that is the best choice for Airbuses that I have in any of the simulators that I own. I'm not saying it's the best Airbus out there. I'm just saying for any of the Airbuses that I own in the simulators that I own, I'm going to go fly the Phoenix. Same as the 737. I understand the IXCG is a 737 Classic, but again, I fly so much 737 in Microsoft. If I want to go fly a 737, I'm just going to jump in Microsoft. The main purpose for this week's stream being an X-Plane is flying airplanes that I cannot fly in Microsoft. I can fly an A320 around, I can fly a 737 around, no problem within Microsoft. What I can't fly is a Q400, a 757, everything in between, right? So that's the reason why we're in X-Plane this week, is just because I wanted to do something a little bit different. I'm going to go to plugins. I'm just going to see if TrackIR is working. I thought I had it working. TrackIR, are you working? Hello? Plugins, X camera, settings. It should be working. Plugins. I had it working the other day. Was it settings, toggle control panel? No. Enable TrackIR. Okay, there we go. Now it's working. Should work. And then we have effect plugin, XP realistic. Save all cameras. Close. Okay. Now, I bet if I push 0, it's going to just fuck everything up. No, it doesn't. Okay, cool. It keeps everything the way that it should. Okay, good. Cool. So we do have TrackIR. I do have it working. It becomes pretty important when flying this because I think we're going to be shooting some visual approaches and stuff today. So, cool. We'll keep that like that. In the meantime, though, I'm going to disable it because it wreaks all kinds of havoc in here. CHLM gifting a membership to the channel. Huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very, very much for your support. I truly do appreciate it, man. Thank you very, very much for your support. Cool. Let's come down here. Electronic flight bag. We are in the FlyJSim Q400. If you are interested, you can simply put ! Aircraft in chat, or there's a link in the description below for the scenery. Everything that I'm using the same as usual. We're going to go to select our load today, chat. We're going to go over to our sim brief page. We're going to have a look-see here. We're looking for a zero fuel weight today of 25,460. 25,460. And we're going to go and enter that. Beautiful, showing 74 passengers and 1,481 kilograms of cargo. You can see we're a pretty full airplane. Today's flight will be 1 hour each way, so we'll plug in 1 hour. It's actually an hour and 6 minutes, but that's okay. We'll plug in an hour. Total fuel for today, 1,988 kilograms. So we'll go ahead and plug that in as well. You can see here at our ramp CG, we're right on our ramp CG. So that's going to be good. We're a heavy airplane. It should give us a good judge of how this aircraft flies and how everything flies around here. Andre, celebrating giving the $10 donation. Huge enough floaties to you, Andre. Thank you very much for your support, man. I really do appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate that, man. Absolutely kind. So besides the Q400 and 7.5, what other planes do you want to fly and X-plane? Nothing. If I'm being honest with you, nothing. Listen, dude, it's been a little bit of a struggle, if I'm not going to lie. The only thing that has basically made this happen is just how much I love the Q400 and how much I love the 757. I hate to be like the bearer of bad news, but I think once we start getting more airplanes in Microsoft, I don't see myself jumping back into X-plane. This is kind of a reason why I wanted to do this whole thing before we start getting the 319, the 321, the A300, the MD-11. Before all those planes start coming out for X-plane, I wanted to get almost like, not like a last hurrah, but I find it difficult, more difficult and more difficult and more difficult. It took me like an hour and a half to configure X-Plane 12, move all over my scenery, my ortho, my INI file. I had to go and download literally like 15 different types of libraries and make sure everything was set up. And it was just an absolute pain in the ass. And in the process, I was remembering why I dislike X-Plane sometimes, is just because of how archaic the design of it is. It's just, there's no getting, it's literally out of the 2000s. It feels like I'm going back in time. Now, that being said, I have enjoyed it after I've got everything configured. I got my ortho over, I got my third-party scenery over, I got all the libraries installed and stopped getting error messages every airport I flew into. It is enjoyable. It is an enjoyable sim, but I just... the grand picture, the grand scheme of things is I don't know how I can tell somebody who's just getting into the flight simulation hobby that they should go and spend hundreds and hundreds of, if not thousands of dollars getting X-Plane to a point where I find that it's, you know, default is looks good and behaves as you would expect it to behave as a simulator in 2023. Now, being that I've been involved with X-Plane 9, X-Plane 10, X-Plane 11, I already have all these add-ons, right? I've already paid for my 757, my Q400. I don't have to shell out a ton of money just to jump into the simulator and have fun. So for us, it's a little bit different. Like I said, it's a little bit different telling somebody who's new to the hobby that X-Plane is the preferred simulator. I will say this, the flying is absolutely fantastic. It feels exactly the way that I was expecting it to feel. There is something special about X-Plane, and I think that's why you still see it highly regarded in the flight sim community. There is something extremely special with the way that it flies, the flight model, the flight characteristics, the ground handling, the sounds in a lot of the airplanes. There are a lot of good with X-Plane, but there's also a lot of bad that comes with X-Plane. So anyways, we'll see what it looks like. Let's get things going here. Let's go ahead and confirm our load. Let's start things up. We're going to start loading. They're going to start doing their thing. Let's go ahead and get the aircraft powered up, shall we? I know a lot of you are probably sitting here like, hey man, let's go, shut up. Let's go to the overhead. We'll start flicking some switches on. We've got all of our batteries on, so we'll get battery master, main bat, aux bat, and standby bat will all come to the on position. DC controls on. Good. We'll come down here. We'll go ahead and get our external power on the AC controls on, and then we'll go ahead and plop our external power on. The aircraft comes to life, ready to go. There we go. Air Kibris, thanks so much for the Euro donation. Appreciate you, my friend. Huge no floaties. John celebrating 40 months. Says, what, no banner? Don't know what I will do. Hey, Cap. How are you, John? Good to see you, man. Thank you for coming and hang out. I appreciate you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Can I please remove the banner on top if it's not working? No, man. Just leave it, dude. You have 95% of the screen to look at. Just don't look at just don't look at the banner. It's that simple. I'm not going to go removing things and doing stuff. It's a multi-layer. It's like there's like 6 layers to that banner. It's not just clicking one button and it's off. You know what I mean? Quick question, Cap. Do you put FS Realistic in the community folder? I think so, but FS Realistic is an external app for Microsoft, so I'm not quite... I think you do. I can't remember. Yeah. Did you change camera settings again? Looks super clear and spot on today, more so than the last stream. It could be because I'm finally getting some good connection. Yeah, nothing's changed. No. I did fix the camera. I actually really like the way that the camera looks right now. But other than that, no, nothing has been done to the camera. It's done it a couple days ago. Cap on X-Plane, never thought I'd see the day. I mean, listen, dude, I've been telling you guys the entire time I do plan on using X-Plane again. I don't understand why people are saying, like, hell freezing over, Captain is using X-Plane. I did say that I would be back in X-Plane at some point. I promised you guys that I would be back in X-Plane to check it out. I was just waiting for myself to get burnt out from flying an A320 and a 737 every week. And, well, here we are, Chad. Here we are. Okay, cool. Let's get some screens turned on. Beautiful. Screen. Good. Get our radio stack turned on. We are not flying on VATSIM, guys. I may fly on VATSIM for our this evening stream that we have planned. I may do VATSIM this evening. We'll see how things go. I'm not all too confident in my flying skills right now, especially in the Q400. It is a little bit of a handful. For those of you that don't know, this is very much a handful airplane to fly, especially as a single pilot, between checklists and make sure everything's going good. But yeah. Camera's so clear, you can see the nose hairs now. Hey, there we go. We'll eventually have a Q400 coming to Microsoft. Yes, one is coming. It's already in development. I don't know how far along into development, but yeah. Just blows my mind that it's already been over a year since your last X-Plane stream. I remember like it was a few months ago. Yep. Is the second stream later also the Q400? It is. Yes, we're doing some WestJet. So today we're doing Air Canada. Sorry, this afternoon, we're doing Air Canada. This evening, we're doing WestJet. We're going over to Edmonton and then from Edmonton down to Calgary. Damn it, I have a 10:30 meeting. Let's get this started. Sorry. Is it the Majestic Q400? It is, yes. A little less detail about which sim will help the debate calm down some. Let's fly. Yes, of course. I was just giving my personal opinions. Gotta simmer down now. Okay, it says that we're fueled. Packs holding for fuel. Yeah, okay, we're not fueled. There we go. So one cool thing about this airplane is you actually have, like when you request the fueling, it'll actually, kind of like GSX, it'll put a little fueling gate here. And then you can actually see like it's attached and we're like fueling the airplane. So that's always really cool. I like that aspect of this airplane. It is pretty neat. You don't see animated passengers or animated baggage loaders or anything like that, but you do get a nice little fuel thing, but it looks like we're fully fueled, so it actually looks like he's going away. Cool. Let's go ahead and run on some checklists, shall we, chat? Originating before start, recirc fans are on. External checks have been completed. Alt gear doors, landing inhibit switch, normal, good. Flight deck preparations complete, briefing complete. You guys know what we're doing today. We're sitting on the ground here in Kelowna. We're going to be going from Kelowna to Vancouver, scheduled at about an hour and 6 minutes on the flight time today. Should be a great flight. I'm looking forward to it. Actually, we're scheduled for 48 minutes of flight time, an hour and 6 minutes gate to gate is what it's saying, but take it how you want it. We are in a Q400, so it's a very slow airplane. Before engine start, circuit breakers are checked. We'll leave the passenger signs. No. Emergency lights are armed. I think I armed them. Yes. Emergency lights are armed. Anti-skid can go to the on position. Anti-skid's all the way over here. We'll get that to the on position. Beautiful. Fuel transfer quantity off and checked. Emergency brake pressure on and checked. Power levers are disc, which they are. You can hear the doors opening. Condition levers are fuel off. Yes. And takeoff data has been reviewed. We'll leave that blank because we have not done any takeoff data. Cool. With that, we can come down here. We can turn on the McDo's, the FMCs, whatever you want to call it, the UNS. It's very weird. Very, very weird. So, yeah. Nice to see you back in X-Plane 12 like the old time when we did X-Plane 11 and Microsoft are using auto ortho. No, I have ortho all over the world. I have an 8 terabyte ortho drive. Vertical sim, V-states, everything in between. I already have all of that. So, no need to do auto ortho or anything like that. As for FS 2020, do you have to download like 15 updates, the latest covering everything if I were to install? Yes. Yeah, you'd have to go to the content manager, and then you'd have to do all the world updates, all the city updates, all that stuff. Yes, absolutely. Yep. X-Plane has you glowing. I don't know about that one, but I mean, listen, dude, it does feel good. I'd be lying if I told it does feel good to come back into the simulator after being gone for so long. Remember, man, how many thousands of hours do I have in X-Plane 11, right? Like, I don't even have Steam open. Thousands of hours, right? So, yeah. It's absolutely beautiful. Did you say 8 terabytes? Yes, 8 terabyte. It's almost full. I think it's like 90-something% full. It's an 8 terabyte NAS drive. It's a NAS hard drive. Western Digital Red Pro is the exact drive that it is. Cool, let's go to flight plan. We're going to go to menu. We're going to go to departures. It knows that we're at Kelowna. There are no ADIRs that you need to align with this aircraft. It just has a GPS that picks it all up. So it knows that we're at Kelowna. I think for the weather here in Kelowna, let's have a quick little look-see here and see what the weather is doing. Winds are variable at 2, altimeter 3023, and clear skies, 9-mile visibility. With that, I'm trying to think what's a more fun departure. I think runway 16 is the more fun departure. So we'll take runway 16. We get to fly over the city. We're going to be on the Merit 3 departures, and we have no transition. So we'll go ahead and execute that. Good. We'll go to our flight plan. We'll go to next page. From Merit, we're going to be direct booth. If you know anything about...
SCPT Pinowal. I'm buzzed while watching. Heart.
Oh. Erin, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. Buzzed while watching. Hey, dude, I'll hit the vape for you here in a second as well. Huge stuff, floaties, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thought you hated X-Plane. You talk really bad about it, Canada. Listen, again, if you've watched the channel for more than 2 months, you'll know that I have always planned to come back to X-Plane. X-Plane is near and dear to me. The reason why I'm so critical of X-Plane is because I absolutely loved this simulator. It was my favorite simulator. I thought that could do no wrong. I thought there could be no better. But unfortunately, in my personal opinion, X-Plane has let me down over the last year and a half, 2 years. There's too many choices that are being made at the top end that I don't agree with, and the simulator, in my opinion, has really failed to deliver on many, many, many different levels. I'm not saying that it's a terrible simulator, but I just feel that there are far better options out there for people like myself who do not fly in the real world, who never plan to fly in the real world. I still think it's a great simulator, and I think that it can offer certain things, but I think you just have to come with a clear head and realize that it's not going to be, you know, maybe the simulator that we all expected it to be. Okay, Vancouver, 26 right, Canuck 5. Approach is the ILS 26 right. We'll enter that in. Good. We have no transition. We'll enter that in as well. Beautiful. Let's go to our flight plan. We're going to scroll through here. We're just going to make sure that everything looks good. See how there's a double booth here? So we're just going to go ahead and delete that. We'll delete that. Good. We'll also delete the second booth. We don't need to do that. So it's Merit, Booth, VTEV. Then it should be Stave. Then GoPad, Mogus, Optot, and then Goreg, and it's going to do Goreg again. See how it does it down here? So we can go to here, we can delete this, we can go here and delete the no link, which puts us on the ILS 26. I don't know why it is its own waypoint. This FMC is very weird, in case you haven't noticed, chat. This is exactly how it works, so it's not like the FlyJSim Q400X FMC is weird. This is exactly how the FMC works in real life. It is a very unique / different type of FMC. Okay, cool. That's all in there. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to do master exfil. And we're going to exfil from UNS1. So what's happening right now is it's grabbing all the information I just put in here and it's sending it over here to the first officer side, who will then have everything up there as well. So again, it's a pretty unique system. It's a little bit odd. It's kind of funny. We are boarding passengers. We are boarding our bags. So that's good. We've got 74 passengers, 37 of 74. So kind of picture this being like GSX, but there's no passengers. If you go outside and you look around, you don't see anybody, unfortunately, but it is still pretty cool. You see all the doors open and all that fun stuff, and they do have really good sounds. So yeah, okay, cool. That is all done. That's all set. I'm happy with that. We can go to our fuel page now. We can punch in some numbers. We've got 74 passengers planned, so what I'm going to do is 74. Now, I don't know why this isn't working, but I've kind of figured this out. I don't know exactly why, but if I put 74 at 6,500, don't ask me. This is just me messing around over that. I don't know what these numbers, I don't know why. This has changed dramatically from the last time I've flown this airplane. So something with the whole thing is being weird. So, oh, my mic? Okay. Okay, hi, we're back. Sorry, it's been a long time since the microphone has done that. Hopefully it's better. Just give me a thumbs up if it's better in chat. It's been so long, dude. I was thinking like I was actually thinking like it's been a real long time since it's messed up like that, but it should be good, better. People are still saying cutting out. Yes, the sounds are nice now. Okay, it's cutting out now, but the voice is fine. It's cutting out? What do you mean it's cutting out? Just refresh your stream, guys. Refresh your stream. Everything should be fine. Refresh. Everything should be good. Just refresh. Everything should be fine. Okay, cargo on today's flight. Total cargo on board. We're going to scroll back here. Actually, we'll go here to data. Total cargo 1481. So we'll bug up 1481 will be our total cargo. Good. We'll enter that. Beautiful. Zero fuel weight 25.7. So we're 25.5. So we've come close to the number. So 25.7 on the zero fuel weight is fine. Fuel on board today, we've got, what was it? 1988. 1988. So we'll go ahead and enter that in as well. It gives us a gross weight of 27.7. Cool. Fuel prediction page is all done there. I'm not going to go in depth and enter every page. I just don't care. We're fine. Everything's good there. We will survive. Cool. Over to flight plan. Cool. Everything looks good now. Wonderful. Awesome. It's fine. It's not the stream. Are you rocking auto ortho? No, Mark. I have ortho all around the world. I've already got ortho. Erin, thanks so much for your first class subscription, man. I appreciate you, dude. Welcome back. I've got ortho all around the world. I've got ortho for XP. I've got all kinds of other ortho imagery stuff, so I don't need to do auto ortho. I've got a plethora of ortho and stuff to choose. So yeah. Love the statue. Yeah, dude. The X-plane, the X-plane ground handling, the default X-plane ground handling. He doesn't move. He just stands there. He doesn't even like do anything. It's really weird, man. Tom, what's up, dude? Good to see you, man. Feels like the OG days. It is. It's a little bit weird. That's for sure, man. It is a little bit weird, dude. Doesn't ortho take up a terabyte of space for the whole world? Probably more than that. I have 8 terabytes of ortho, and I maybe have a third of the world covered in ortho, not even a third. So, yeah. Okay, cool. If we come back down here, we can see that our passengers are almost done boarding. We should have almost all of our bags on board as well. So we're doing pretty good, chat. We'll wait till the passengers are boarded before I fire up the APU, because the APU is quite loud. But what we can do is we can continue some of our flows and checks just to make sure everything's looking good. We're going to leave our passenger signs off and our takeoff data. I guess we can review our takeoff data. I guess not, because it's probably going to change. We just click down here and it gives you your V speed. So V1, 126, VR, 126, V2, 129. We want to be clean by 150 knots. So this airplane, again, after departure, things kind of just go so super quick. You'll see exactly what I mean. It's a very hands-on airplane. What we can do now is we can go ahead and configure our autopilot panel. Again, this is something that you can do before you get this airplane off the ground. You don't have to wait till you get airborne to do any of this stuff. So what we're going to do is we're going to bug up our cruise altitude today. Again, if you're new to the Q400, max cruise altitude I think is like 25,000 feet, 24,000 feet. So we're going up to 20,000 feet this afternoon en route to Vancouver. Should take us probably like 20 or 30 minutes to get up to cruise altitude. It is slow. Remember, we're in a little turboprop. That's good. We're going to go ahead and select we're going to go to nav source. We're going to flip this to FMS1, which knows that our first waypoint is Ulika. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go nav, which gives us LNAV. Good. We're going to do Alt Cell because we cannot. Again, this is kind of like an old school airplane. If you don't alt cell, you'll just blow through your altitude. So alt cell 20,000 means that the aircraft knows that it is going to stop its climb at 20,000 feet. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hit IAS because this aircraft climbs in like a speed hold when autopilot's on. And the best climb performance on this aircraft is 170 knots, all the way up to 20,000 feet. So, again, that's why I said it's a little bit of a slow go. It's not the fastest airplane ever. But there we go. We've got IAS 170, alt cell 20,000, and LNAV engaged. So we should be good off of departure. The aircraft should follow everything that it needs to follow. Everything should be good. Cool. If we come back here, we see that we have all of our passengers on board, and we're just now waiting for it says bags loading. So we're just waiting for the bags to load. It's been 16 minutes. There we go. So wrapping up, all passengers on board, bags are loaded, and you are fully fueled. So there we have it. The doors are closed. They're doing their thing. Fueled, bags loaded, all packs cleared to start. Beautiful. So what we'll do is we'll go to the overhead. We'll go and get the APU control to the power switch on. Give that a second. You just saw it run through its cycle, and we'll go ahead and hit the start switch. So that's done there. Beautiful. If we can jump outside, I'll show you the APU spooling up. There's the APU. It's very quick. It's a very small unit. Actually, the modeling of this aircraft is just absolutely phenomenal, dude. This is hands down. If you own X-Plane and you're like you plan on using X-Plane, you have to have this airplane. It's just, it's simply incredible. There's no other words about it. It is literally simply incredible. It is hands down my favorite airplane in all of X-Plane ever. It's just that good. Okay, we'll get our gen switch on. We can go ahead and remove the external power. Beautiful. Let's come down here. Actually, a couple more things. Let's go ahead and get our seatbelt sign on. And then we can go ahead and go to our checklist. Seatbelt signs are on, and then our takeoff data. I don't know if anything changed with our takeoff data. Okay, it did. So 129, 129, 131, clean at 153. Okay, cool. So we're looking good. Takeoff data has been reviewed before start checklist complete. Startup approved. Battery master, main, aux, and standby bat. We know that those are all on. It's up here. Good. We've got that. Wonderful. Doors and fueling lights are out. EPU bleed is off. Anti-collision light goes to red. Good. And engines are cleared for start. Startup approved checklist. After start checklist is next. Let's go to plugins. Better pushback. Start pushback. I did a flight last night out of here. We're going to get them to push us back to right about there. Should be good. I'll tell you what, I do miss using this little tool as well. How simple better pushback is. Just incredibly simple, right? So, yeah. You hope Majestic does a comparable job? Well, Majestic has always been the top tier, Sonny. I think it will. Like, I know that Majestic helped with some of, like, the system depth and coding with this aircraft. I remember speaking with Jack, the owner of FlyJSim. And, yeah. Does the Marshaller dance? No, the Marshaller doesn't move. He's literally just static. And our our tug just drove right through the terminal. No problem. Nothing to see here, chat. Nothing to see, chat. Is the A350 good? Not really. It leaves a lot to be desired. It's not the worst airplane out there, but I would definitely say it's not the best. Yeah. Okay, he's going to let me know when we're ready.
All doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
There we go. So he's going to be connecting. Again, everything's set here for me. I've got my throttles idle. Everything's looking good. Okay, cool. Everything is set. Down here, got our flight plan. All of that's in there. Good. You can go over the flight plan as well.
Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
All right, let's do this, chat. Park brake is released. Is that John Fly? No, that's Todorico. That's the developer of the actual better pushback. Yeah. Cap, did you give the Zebo a test flight when playing X-Plane? No. So I spoke about this earlier, Bryce. There's multiple. I don't care about flying any Airbus plane. I don't care about flying any 737 variant. If I want to fly an Airbus, I'll just go fly the Phoenix. In my opinion, it's the best Airbus product that I own is the Phoenix A320. As far as 737s, I have every variant of the PMDG. If I want to fly a 737, I'll just go fly my PMDG, right? So that's kind of my logic behind that. Cool, let's go start select. We're going to put it on engine number 2. And we're going to go ahead and spool up engine number 2. We'll hit the start button. Beautiful. We should get an NH percentage rising. We're looking for 25%. We'll introduce fuel on. Give you guys a beautiful wing view. Look at that, chat. Does it get any sexier than that? Ooh, baby. We use the landing rate? Yeah, landing rate's working. Yeah. Am I using the OG landing rate monitor? I am. Yes, the Daniel Berry landing rate monitor. Oof, I've missed this so much. I can't tell you, man. how much I've missed flying my Q400. Kind of surprised it's taken me this long to get back into here, but this airplane is so good, dude. Just wait till you put the max RPM 1020 on these bad boys. Oh my goodness me. It is incredible. Hello, Captain Link. Did I miss anything? Nope. I'm just pushing back now, man, on a first flight. Everything is... Why do I have the ground power? Hold on. Disconnect the GPU. Thanks. The ground power cart was going with us. I didn't even realize. I thought it would auto disconnect. Engine number 1. Start. Good. Again, NH looking for 25%. We'll introduce fuel. Feather. And here comes up engine number 1. Will you only fly? Well, we only have a Q400 in X1. Excuse me. Yeah, have you test flown the 330? Aren't the sounds amazing? No. Nah, I'm not interested in flying Laminar default A330. No, no, no. Listen to those sounds. 7.5 is this weekend, man. 757 this weekend. Does Q400 have a hotel mode like the ATR? It has beta range. So it's not hotel mode, Davis, it's beta range. Yeah. Okay, park brake on.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Perfect, thank you. Okay, let's come down here. External power and APU goes to the off position. APU gen and power off. Good. Main bus tie goes off. Main bus tie off. APU bleed normal and on. Good. Disconnect. Battery temps checked. Good. Condition levers over to max. Are you guys ready for this one? I'm just going to shut up and listen. Listen to this, chat.
So it's disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
I mean, that is just spectacular. Cool. Standby hydraulic pressure and PTU controls go on. It's going to be down here. Standby hydraulic pressure and PTU controls on. We're just going to skip this because it just wants me to check things. That's fine. Flaps are going to be 5 for departure. So select those. De-ice pressure checked. Rudder travel full. Steering switch on. That's the steering switch. Windshield heat and pilot side window heat will go on. It is right up here. Beautiful. Flight/taxi gets bumped to taxi. There it is right there to taxi. Radar, nav, and comms. We'll set that. That's all fine. We're going to go TCAS though. We'll put that on out. Good. MFD, PFD, MD, ED checked. Good. Yaw damper goes on. Good. Cool. After start checklist complete. Next will be our taxi checklist. Altimeters set. Flight instruments checked. Tank aux pump 1 and 2 and auto feather goes on. Tank aux pump 1 and 2 and auto feather goes on. Flaps are set. Trim value down 3 units. Do we need to do that? Set 3 units. 1, 2, 3. Good. Takeoff warning test. We should get an alarm because our park brakes are set. Good. Alarm checks and tested. Condition levers are max 1020. Pitot static switches are on. 1, 2, 3. Ice protection as required. Caution warning lights have been checked. Everything is illuminated. We only have the parking brake on now. Flight clearance is reviewed. Cabin has been secured. And we'll just get our taxi light on here. There's our taxi light. Taxi checklist is complete. Next is our lineup checklist. Park brake can go off and we'll go ahead and move ourselves forward, chat. Cap, Q400 or ATR, which one would you buy if you had the money for one? Q400 all day long. All day long. This is my favorite airplane, man. It's a little bit different because the Q400 is like, it's extremely popular in Canada, and that's pretty much the only place that it's popular. There are other countries that fly the Q400, but for the most part, they're not. Canada is like home of the Q400, man. We have them flying everywhere. So I'm probably biased with my response to you, but okay, let's see if we can get track IR on for this. Enable, and then unpause. Okay, good. Let me go ahead and... Okay, cool. There we go. Track IR is on. Cool. Wilkily Luke celebrating 15 months. Thanks so much, man, for 15 months. I appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's incredibly kind. Appreciate you, mate. In Norway, use the Q400? Yes, they do. Like I said, there are other countries that use the Q400, but its home is in Canada. That's where it's mainly used, right? And so for hotel mode or beta mode, like everybody was talking about, there is no beta mode, but obviously you can hear it. So it's a beta mode. The blade switches and changes and does weird things. Thanks so much, Wilkley. Says 15 months before a short break. Huge no floaties, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. No Billy Bishop? Not this time around. Maybe next time. Not this time around, unfortunately. Okay, I'm not that brave. We're going all the way down to Alpha. Yes, Alpha. How come we'd like a plane held together by spit? What? No. It's a beautiful airplane. Q4 is a beautiful airplane. The ground looks interesting. Oh, it's atrocious. Listen, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. It's not good. The trees, the anti-aliasing, the autogen, the roads. This is not a simulator for those that like to look out the window. I'll just leave it at that, right? I think we all know if we want to just look out the window and stare out the window, I think we know what simulator we're going to go choose, but this is not about that, right? This is about enjoying these airplanes, right, and what they have to offer. The Q400, the 7.5, you know, all that stuff. Sonny getting his four-year badge. I almost said 4 months. 4-year badge. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for your support. 48 months. Guys, can we get some love and chat for longtime moderator and friend Sonny coming in. Huge no floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for your support, dude. Appreciate you, man. Remember flying the Q400 back in the day with Air Berlin, fly them from Venice to Dusseldorf. The sounds are the same. They're absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. There is no anti-aliasing in all X11. You could do something for that for sure, but they didn't. I'm assuming it's just because the code is so archaic, man. Performance would just go out the window. And I almost have the simulator maxed out, if I'm being honest with you. I have almost all of the sliders onto the high or maximum options. Like I'll show you here briefly. We're not flying online, so I can open up these things. I thought my simulator was about to crash doing that. Terrain quality high, ambient occlusion low, rendering resolution, FSR super sampling, so full resolution, anti-aliasing 4 times, anisotropic filter 8 times, cloud quality maximum, shadow quality high, render distance high, world object density high, vegetation density because the trees look so god-awful and I don't care about them, minimal. But other than that, like I'm running the simulator at a pretty, you know, I'm doing my best to showcase what the simulator can do and what it can offer, you know? So unfortunately, we don't have any clouds here. We should have some clouds coming into Vancouver today, but no clouds as of right now. So, yeah. What is that antenna on the side of my headset? It's called Track IR. It allows me to move my head in the simulator. It's pretty cool. Allows me to look up, allows me to look down. Very important when you're flying like airplanes that are a little bit hands-on, you know? So, okay. Give me a second here. We're going to hold short. I'm just going to turn this off for a second. Plugins, X camera disabled. Good. Okay. Cabin crew notified. Cabin crew, please be seated for departure. Bleed air 1 and 2 over to min. Good. Down for a second so I can hear myself think. Anti-collision light goes over to white. Good. Transponder is on. Flight controls check and free. Flight taxi goes to flight. And landing and takeoff. Landing taxi lights on after, before takeoff. Line up Checklist complete. Landing lights, that's on, that's on, that's on. Everything looks good up there. I'm happy with that. Cool. Let's go flying, shall we, chat? Okay, we got to remove the gust lock. Sounds are going up. All right, friends, enjoy this departure. It is, if you've never been on a Q400, this thing is like an absolute rocket ship for the first like 3,000 feet. It is pretty gnarly what this thing can do, so enjoy it. We are in X-Plane today, yes. I know, crazy, right? Look, have any reason for flying X-Plane 12 today? You're looking at it, man. This beautiful aircraft that I'm flying. This is the only reason we are in X-Plane. I wanted some Q400, man. I've been dreaming about flying this airplane recently. It is my favorite airplane of all airplanes. People always ask me, Cap, do you have a favorite airplane? And I always say no, but I forget about the Q400. It is just that good. Cool. Joystick cam's going on, yoke cam's going on, whatever you want to call it. Sounds are up. Enjoy the departure, guys. I don't know if it's too loud. It shouldn't be. Okay. That needs to go to you, needs to go to flight travel. There it is. Good. All right. Takeoff power set. Nose down pressure on the stick. Airspeed's alive. Knots, we're neutral. V1, rotate. Positive rate, gear up. Again, we want to be clean at 153. There's 153. Flaps clean. And now we pitch for 170 on a climb. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Move the wipers. There we go. We'll get less sound now off the windshield. That's an actual thing, by the way, chat, if you didn't know. All right, let's go to climb prop. Climb prop is in. It feels so good. I can't describe. Flying in this simulator is truly... There is something special when it comes to X-Plane and flying in this simulator. Alright, there's 170. We're going to go autopilot on. When you guys back up into the flight deck. Disable X camera. Turn those sounds down just a little bit so we don't go deaf. Let's work on those. Can go off, that can go off, that can go off. Bleed air goes back to norm. Landing gear is up, flaps are clean, climb power set, bleed air 1 and 2 on is required. Standby hydraulic pressure and PTU controls normal. Tank aux pump 1 and 2 and auto feather can go off. So, tank aux pump 1 and 2, auto feather, standby hydraulic pressure and PTU control all to the off position. Good. Engine and temp pressures checked, ice protection is required, cabin pressure and temp controls checked, passenger signs as required, after takeoff checklist complete. Beautiful. Give you guys a nice wing view here, flying up over Kelowna. And there we go. Again, I apologize about the banner not working. I will have that working for the stream later this evening. Okay, guys? I'll get that working. Sounds and vibrations at takeoff were amazing. They are. The sound set on this is probably the best sound set I think I've ever heard in any simulator. This ranks right up there with me for like the Phoenix A320. You know, yeah. See, now it doesn't look too bad. Nope, just gotta have ortho, man. Gotta have ortho and above 5,000 feet and this sim looks fine. Sky colors look good. Yep, everything looks good. I do agree with you. I do agree. What is ortho? Ortho imagery. Yeah. Beautiful looking prop. There's a little more view out this side now for a little bit. I'm not using any, no sim or no nothing. No sim haven, nothing. No. Is X-Plane 12 good now or what? I mean, it depends what you're looking for. The aircrafts fly, like I mentioned off of departure, dude. There's something extremely satisfying with flying X-Plane. It feels so good when you're hand flying an airplane. There's something about it that just, it's awesome. But there's just, like I said, for everything I think that X-Plane does really well, there's something that it does really bad as well. So I'm not saying that Microsoft is perfect, because it's not at all, but I just feel that there's Microsoft has a little bit more going for it than this does. But again, this is just my personal opinions, man. You don't have to agree with me like whatsoever. I don't I'm expecting you guys to agree with me. Just giving you my opinion. What zoom level ortho? I believe that is 16, 1.6. Zoom level 16 is the pretty common that I used to do. Yeah. Dash 8 and the Q400 are the same aircraft, correct? Yes, correct. Sound set is made by Danielle, the same lady responsible for the sound set in X-Plane 12. Yep, she's phenomenal. Yeah. Sim Heavy makes the ground look 1,000 times better, just a pain in the ass to configure. Not only that, the performance hit. I remember doing it back in my X-Plane 11 days. The performance hit on it as well was absolutely atrocious. Yeah. I have heard about auto ortho. I don't need to use auto ortho. I still have all of my ortho. I've never deleted it. I still have just a dedicated hard drive to all of my ortho. So, yeah. Will you be doing the flight factor 7.6? Nope, we're going to be doing the 7.5 though. We will be doing the 7.57. All right, we're above 10,000 feet. Landing lights. Seatbelts. You guys can go to the bathroom now if need be. Shadows are terrible. Nothing has changed as far as that point. Could be a great collaboration if X-Plane and Microsoft join forces, or a total disaster. All Microsoft has to do is just kind of mimic the flight model and the flight characteristics of X-Plane, and I think they'd be fine. If Microsoft flew the way that X-Plane did, it would just be oof. That's really all they're missing in Microsoft. I mean, they have everything else. Visuals, textures, everything. If they could just nail down the way that X-Plane feels when flying, they would have it. Yeah. FlyJSim should be dropping a 732 and a 727 for X-Plane 12 soon. Yeah, paid upgrade Mayday. That's the only thing. If you're not in the Discord, they actually posted on their Discord that it's going to be a paid upgrade, half the price of the airplane. So I think the airplanes are $70. So yeah, scenery gateway for better default airports. That's one thing I also want. Microsoft, it is coming, Cobra. They're not calling it the scenery gateway, but I think it's already open, to be honest with you. But yeah, Microsoft will get there with the flight model. Of course they will. Yeah, they will. They have to. They're going to nail it down, right? So, physics and replay system. Yep, that would be incredible. Yeah. There's a tutorial page where settings.txt and edit shadow setting, which makes them less terrible looking. Yes, but there is also a huge performance hit on those. So you just have to be careful. Yeah. They did showcase the new aerodynamics coming for 24. Yes, absolutely. Yep. That's why I keep planning the seat around YouTube. X-Plane and Microsoft need to be together and better for flight simmers. Of course, that will never happen. Well, judging by half of the comments that I've seen already this morning, I don't think that can. I don't know why it can't coexist. I don't know why we can't all just agree that we're literally here for the same reason, and we're choosing to fight over the silliest of things. Like, dude, who cares what simulator you use, man? Oh, hey, dude, you flight sim. Think about that. Think about, like, if you were out of let's just walking around your town. How many people do you think you could approach and say, like, hey, man, do you do flight simming? Or hey, are you interested in flight simming? I guarantee you would probably find maybe 1 in 100 people that have that same hobby as you. I find it just crazy that, like, people want to fight over, like, what simulator they choose to do. Each simulator, in my opinion, has pros and cons, and I've been saying that the entire time. You guys know why I'm not why I haven't been using X-Plane. I'm not happy with the current state of X-Plane. I think that X-Plane visually and performance-wise has just completely let itself go. It's almost like they don't care anymore what the simulator looks like. Or they're just relying on third party to do that. But again, same thing for Microsoft, right? Same could go for Microsoft. I mean, Microsoft with its default planes and almost all of the third party add-on planes just being absolute junk, having a handful of airplanes that are worth it to fly, right? Every sim has a pro and a con, every single one. It just depends what you're looking for. So, yeah. Igor, thanks for your support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Welcome. Started installing the world updates, 90 gigs. Whew. Where's Will? Oh, who knows, dude? Who knows? I hope Microsoft 24 will have good, really good physics, is close to what X-Plane has, and will be an auto upgrade. Yeah? Just started, so I got the one. Do you know if the new version of Microsoft will have everything the current version does, plus more, on a different sim, so to speak, with a mission-specific orientation? I'm not quite sure. I think so, but I really don't know. Yeah. The Majestic Q400 is also coming to Microsoft? Yes, it is. Yep. Laminar actually confirmed graphics updates 12.06 to the clouds and the skies, 12.08 will be the whole lighting engine, and future updates for anti-aliasing with scenery. I don't have a problem with that. Haken, the only thing is it's taken a year to get where this simulator is at now. It's been over a year. These incremental updates that do so much to the simulator. Uh-oh, clouds on the ortho, chat. Who remembers that? Oh no, chat. Clouds on ortho. Can we go this side? Sure, we'll go this side. It takes way too long for these updates to come out, man. So my concern for X-Plane is it's going to take so long for them to fix these major things that need updating that honestly I would have figured would have been updated for X-Plane 12, right? Like, I don't understand how you release the simulator still with broken anti-aliasing, still with a broken rendering engine. How do you release the simulator with all of these things still wrong? And those are like the majority of things that people wanted. People wanted those fixed, right? Like these were, you know, so I just hope that it doesn't take them too long. I already think X-Plane is on its way out the door. The only thing keeping X-Plane alive is these third-party airplanes that aren't available on any other sim platform yet. And that's just my personal opinion. That's just me being brutally honest, maybe to a T, but I'm pretty sure the only reason X-Plane is surviving is because there's not a Q400, there's not a 767, there's not a 757, there's not a bunch of other airplanes that people can fly in Microsoft. If there was, I don't know, man. I just don't see X-Plane surviving, but who knows? We'll see, man. We'll see. Like I said, it is a pleasure to fly. I will say that flying in this simulator is it's fun. It's engaging. It feels extremely hands-on. It's much more refined than the Microsoft flight model version, whatever you want to call it, right? And this is from somebody who's a non-pilot. I'm just going off of how it feels when I put my hands on the controls and fly it, right? So, yeah. Don't forget how bad Microsoft was at launch. Horrible for me. It wasn't that bad, and it also didn't take them a year to make it something significantly better, right, Frank? I feel like the updates in Microsoft, I mean, it's just insane how much that simulator has changed in the 3 years that it's been out. But we'll see. We'll see, man. We shall see how it goes. Like I said, I want X-Plane to succeed. I want to have multiple options. I think having multiple options is good for the flight sim community. It's great as a content creator, being able to go from Microsoft to X-Plane back and forth, right? That's great for a content creator. It's amazing. It allows me to kind of showcase the good and the bad, the best and the not so best, right? It allows me to create content for you guys that's a little bit more engaging and a little bit more fun and not so stale and not just flying the same A320 or 737 around for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks, right? So I'm all for it, man. I hope that this simulator can pull it through, and I hope that the anti-aliasing and the rendering and the everything else gets fixed, because developers like FlyJSim who develop these types of airplanes and stuff like that, and Tolis, they deserve to have a better platform. They deserve to have a platform that's more fine-suited, tailored, whatever it may be. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't see X-Plane going anywhere. I think it's going to be around for a very long time, but I'm just wondering at what at what level it's going to be around. You know what I mean? That's it. That's all my concerns. Do you hear that TFDI is planning to release the MD-11 on October 16th? Is that a confirmed date? I knew we were going to be getting it soon, but that's great news. That is great news. An MD-11 for Microsoft FlyJSim. Very excited. Yeah. How do you make the live info banner? Is it Sim Toolkit Pro? It is, yes. And it's not working right now. I have to fix that after this stream. We're going to fix it. What really filters me from Explain is the price per add-on. I don't have $80 to spend. I agree with you, dude. I agree. Yep. Unfortunately, that's kind of the double-edged sword when it comes to Explain right now. Is it's just there's no demand for this simulator for third party. Like there's not, you know, if you're a third party dev, let's say you're a third party dev on Microsoft and you can sell your plane direct to consumers and you can also put it on the marketplace. Think about how many more potential customers. I mean, there's probably millions more people flying, and I don't mean throwing absolutely no shade here. There are millions more people who are using Microsoft than they are on X-Plane, right? So if you're a developer and you look at both simulators, you say, okay, I have the potential to sell 10,000 copies of my airplane on X-Plane, but I've got 1 million potential customers for Microsoft. Well, you can price your product accordingly, right? Instead of charging $90 like you would on X-Plane to meet your bottom dollar, you could charge $40, $30, $50 on Microsoft and still probably make more money, right? That's the problem that X-Plane's in right now, and that's why you see Tolis releasing A320neos for $90, Flight Factor selling airplanes for over $100. That's what happens. That's just, it's the developers deserve to be paid, and in order to get paid for their development times, they have to charge those prices because the user base is that much smaller, right? So it sucks. I do agree with you, but it's just, that's like economics 101, right? Power to min, which is going to be our climb performance. Altimeter set, power set, cabin pressure checked, lights as required, cruise checklist complete. Cool. I'm going to pitch the engines down now. We're going to look for about 67, I think it was. 67 on the torque for cruise. There we go. 2 streams in one day. Yes, that's the new schedule for Thursday. We've been doing it for 2 or 3 weeks now. Yeah, Thursday there's an afternoon and then an evening stream. Yeah. Hey Cap, what CYLW and CYVR scenery are you using? So moving, if you didn't know, I always put it in the description below, or you can put ! Scenery in chat. How do you make add-ons? Is there software to make planes? Yes, correct. Yeah. Emma, how are you, my friend? Good to see you. Welcome back. Hope all is well. In my favorite airplane of all time, the FlyJSim Q400. My favorite. Oh, chat. Shit. Do you know what we can do, chat? You guys ready for this one? Let's get a nice Smitty view, chat. Who remembers these? I do. Oof, chat. Look at that thing. I remember these. Oh, yes. Oof. Man. The Doppler effect, too? Wow. Miss my good flyboys. My flyboys. My flybys. It's been 1 year too long for the shift, too. It has. It has, man. Can't even fly the Flight Factor 757-300 avionics upgrades because of performance. Where's the update? Waste of money? Well, that's something you'd have to speak with Flight Factor about. Wow. That's a Flight Factor, not an X-Plane thing, right? Can't wait for the runway landing camera. Most missed thing? It is. Yes, absolutely. Microsoft really needs the Smitty views. They do. If they could even copy X-Plane's camera system, that would just be fantastic, wouldn't it? Cameron, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome. Hope all is well. Hooded livery looks good. I think this is a default livery. I think this livery shipped with the airplane. So I don't know who their livery artist is at FlyJSim, but they did do a great job. It might be Emma, actually. I don't know. Yeah. 2 X-Plane streams today? Yes. Yeah. Just opened the stream to a good old flyby. Man. Iconic. Iconic, aren't they? There's a flyby that's a little slower that I prefer. It reminds me of the opening of an episode of Star Trek. Just need a narration. Captain Canada's logs. Stargate today. Nice. Nice. Will you be on VATSIM tonight? We'll see, Sasha. I may try and do VATSIM tonight. I have everything installed. I updated XPilot. I got all my CSLs brought over, so it should work. So I may do VATSIM tonight. If we can get the overlay banner working, I think we should be good. I'm hoping that 2024 will improve the camera replay system. I agree. Yeah. GTA 5 has turned 10 years old, and I heard about Aliens, Real Mexico. Yeah, I don't know about that, but yeah. Cameron, thanks so much for the gifted membership. Huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you. That is incredibly kind. I really do appreciate you. We had a funny donation earlier. It was by our good friend, Mr. Citation Max. I'm going to bump him up here. Mr. Max, with the top spot on the month. There we go. Thank you, Max. I appreciate you again, my man. I hope all is well. And hopefully, we'll be hanging out down at FlyJSim Expo in Vegas, chat. We want to be in Vegas, right? FlyJSim Expo in Vegas this year coming up. There we go. Everybody's back in there. Beautiful. Would you try the default SR22? Apparently it's really good. No, I don't really fly default here. Sorry. I don't really fly GA stuff very often, to be honest with you. Orlando wasn't even on the option ballot this time around. Cameron, thank you again for another gifted membership. Huge no floaties to you, man. 2 gifted members. Guys, if you got a gifted membership to the channel, please make sure you say thank you. Thank you. Cap, can you share your CSL list by any chance? I think I have them all. Yeah, I just have the Bluebell CSL is what I'm using. I think you can just download it on FlyJSim, no, explain.org. Had to remember we're not on FlyJSim anymore. Okay, so this aircraft does have VNAV, chat. We can put in a target. So we're going to descend at, let's say, 1,800 feet per minute, all right? So at 1,800 feet per minute, in order to reach stave at 12,000 feet, which is our restriction, if we go to our arrival here, you can see stave at between 92 and 12 at 230 knots. So that's what we're going to aim for. So you can see here, we're going to plan for a descent in 32 miles and or 5 minutes. So there we go. That's exactly what we'll plan. It's crazy because I thought we were going to have a headwind today, but it doesn't look like we really have a headwind. It's more of like a quartering crosswind or something like that. So I guess it would be cool. I'd do that. Ponch, what's up, my man? Good to see you, dude. What is a gifted membership? Same as on Twitch, how Twitch has subscriptions, YouTube has memberships. Yes. Cameron, thank you again, man. I appreciate you. Wait, is that another one by Cameron? Another gifted membership. Jesus, man. Huge no floaties too, dude. Thank you. I'm losing track here. Huge no floaties, man. Thank you. Incredibly kind, dude. Appreciate you. Thanks so much. I thought you wouldn't play X-Plane 12. See, I don't know where people are getting that. I always said I would come back and use X-Plane. I never once said, like, listen, am I very critical of X-Plane? Absolutely. Somebody has to do it. Somebody has to be a person, a voice of reason in the community that things are not the way that we expected when X-Plane 12 came out. Keep in mind, X-Plane 12 has been out for over a year now. So, as I always mentioned, I was going to let X-Plane go back in the oven, do some cooking, and then we would use it again. I have always said that. I don't know why everybody thinks I'm this like big bad person with my pitchfork out with X-Plane. Am I critical? Absolutely. Am I a paying customer with thousands and thousands and thousands of hours in X-Plane? Yes, absolutely. And that is exactly why I'm critical of this simulator. That's it. I never once said, fuck X-Plane, I'm uninstalling it, I'm never using it again. Never once said that. I literally said it needed to go back into the oven to cook, and then I would be back using it. Well, here we are, a year later. Have things changed? Absolutely. Are things better? Yes, absolutely. Are things where they still should be? No, not in my opinion. But that's exactly that. It's my opinion, you know? I don't think I've ever tell us what you did before full-time streaming. I have many a times. Yes, I was a welder. Went to school for welding. I'm unsubbing. Bye. Microsoft or S-Plane, let's choose it once and for all. Why? There doesn't need to be. You can use whatever simulator you like, man. Both simulators offer a different experience. It depends what you're looking for. It really depends what you're looking for. I don't think there's a right answer. That's like somebody saying, what's the best car in the world? Well, everybody's going to have everybody's going to have a different, a difference of opinion. Some people are going to think Ferraris are the best car. Some people are going to think Toyotas, Hondas, right? There's no right answer. You use the simulator that best suits you. That's it, plain and simple, right? Who knows, man? Who knows? And Harsh, stop trying to like divide chat. It's not what we're here for, man. We're literally here to fly the Q400 and to fly airplanes that we don't have available in Microsoft. That's it. I wouldn't look too much further into it. I'm not using it because, oh, X-Plane is 10 times better now, or I love X-Plane. It's not at all. Right?
We know.
Gamer Socialite, huge love floaties to you, man. Thank you very much for support, my friend. We are somewhere over the Canadian Rockies. As you can see down here, we've got beautiful ortho. This ortho is probably like 6 years old, chat. This is some of the very first ortho that I ever did when I found out what ortho imagery was. I know, Captain USA, that's why I said bye. Are the gifted memberships gifted to someone specific? No, it's just busy chatters. That's it, man. Yep. That's the exact reason that I reinstalled X-Plane yesterday. Well, listen, dude, I've been speaking about it for the last couple of months, and as a content creator, I'm very well aware when the content gets a little bit stale, right? As somebody that's been doing this for so long, I know that flying an A320 and flying a 737 week after week after week after week, people get a little bit restless, right? People want something different, and I totally understand that. And for a long time, I wasn't really willing to jump back into X-Plane and do what was needed to get X-Plane up and running again. But with multiple releases about a month or two away for Microsoft, I figured now was a better time than ever to jump back into X-Plane, get things configured, kind of reteach myself or relearn how to fly certain airplanes. So today it's the Q400, and then the rest of the weekend we're going to be in the 757 doing some cargo. We're going to do some FedEx. We're going to do some... Does UPS operate 75s, chat? I can't remember. Or is it just FedEx? Pretty sure UPS has 757s, right? Or am I going crazy? Do they not have 75s? Could have sworn they did. Larry, coming in with a $7 donation. Huge no floaties to you, Larry. Thank you very much for support, my friend. I appreciate you, dude. Incredibly kind. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Found out about ortho from your channel about 5 years ago. Nice, very cool. Okay, so yeah, we'll do some UPS and some FedEx ops this weekend. We'll do some cargo. We haven't really been able to do cargo in like the last year. We've done a few like Amazon Air ops in the 737-800 Boeing converted freighter, but we haven't done any like true proper cargo ops like 7.5, stuff like that. So yeah, Larry, thanks so much for the 7 bones, man. I appreciate you, dude. Huge enough floaties. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind of you, dude. Really do appreciate that. Thanks, man. We'll be flying the 76-200. We're doing the 757 this week. This week we're going to do that. Then we're going to jump back into Microsoft next week, maybe the next following weeks. And then we'll see if when we jump back into X-Plane, maybe we can dust off the 76, do something like that, right? So, yeah. Pilot SM, thanks so much, man, for the 100 RSD. Appreciate you, my friend. Huge no floaties. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredibly kind. Appreciate you, man. Thanks so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, we're about to hit... Ooh, shit. I fucked up. Hold on. VNAV. Hopefully it catches a descent. Okay, there's our path. Good. We're going to take this down to 4,000 feet. Sure, we'll go down to 4,000. I almost missed that, chat. Going to pull the power back here a little bit. Going to aim for like 20s on the power. Should keep it around our speed, around 250, 25, something like that on the torque. 28 on the torque, maybe we'll keep it. There we go, 28. Cool. Power dive, now we're good. Cargo Jet has cool routes in the 7.5. They do. Yeah, we could do some. I downloaded my Toronto scenery. I got my Toronto, Montreal. I brought over a lot of scenery over the last couple of days and loading in and making sure we've got the $0, what is it, $0 payware, $0 freeware, whatever the hell they're called. KSDF for our UPS ops and stuff like that. So, yeah. Brian, how are you, man? All is well up here, dude. Gap Your Shoulder doing 2 streams. Soldier doing 2 streams a day on Thursdays. Nah, it's okay, man. It's not too bad. I have in the afternoon, and, you know, then we finish up in the afternoon. I hang out with Daisy. I watch some shows, go to the grocery store, get a walk-in or something like that, and then, yeah. And then we're back live again. I actually enjoy it. I actually enjoy it. Most nights I'm just sitting doing nothing anyway, so. Okay, what's the weather doing down here into Vancouver? The winds are 290 at 11, so runway 26 is perfect. We don't have to change anything. 3016 on our altimeter. We just went through 18,000 feet, so we'll set that now, 3018. Good. We'll bug that up on our secondary over here, 3018. Beautiful. Sorry, 3016. Apologies, 3016. 3016. Good. Okay, and then we just need some frequencies, so we'll go ahead and get our ILS here. Let's go ahead and go to charts, approach, ILS, 26 right, pin that, look at that, cool. We're going to look for a frequency of 11195, come down here, 11195, I've already got it in my secondary because I did this flight last night, 11195, good. Altimeter set, approach and landing briefing, we just did that, you guys know what we're expecting. 26 right, we're descending on the Canuck 5. Does it get more Canadian than that? The Canuck 5 arrival? Perfect. Cabin out controls set, ice protection as required, descent checklist complete. Next will be our approach checklist. And everything looks good down there. We just need our minimums. Minimums today, decision height's going to be 200 feet. This does have MDA, but it doesn't really work all that well, so we're just going to use decision height of 200 feet. Cool. Almost forgot you have a stream tonight. I'll have to jump in the 7.5 if that works for Kelowna. You have anything smaller? I think the max that they take out of Kelowna is like a 7.3. A lot of 737 700s, sorry, out of Kelowna. If you have that, if you have the PMDG 700, you could do some WestJet. We're going to be going from Kelowna to Edmonton, Edmonton to Calgary. That's the plan for tonight. The RJs could work as well, yeah. Yes, Joe. So like this one, Charlie Golf Yankee Juliet Zulu. I don't know if that's a real registration number, but that is usually it's C for Canada. And then the rest. Our call sign today, we're Jazz 269. That's an actual flight that I have. They're operating it in the RJs. They used to do this in the Q400s. Air Canada got a bunch of new CRJ 900s with the LRs and stuff, so they've been doing a lot of ops. I think they're phasing out the Q4, to be honest. But yeah, that's our flight, Jazz 269. That's who we're operating as today. Descending beautifully. We do have a restriction at 230 knots, so I'm going to pull back our speed here just a little bit, but this is such a beautiful approach, man. This is why I love Vancouver. You come off the mountain range into the city, into the Pacific Ocean. It's just a picturesque place. If you've never been to Vancouver, highly suggest checking it out. Probably my favorite place in Canada. Coast to coast. I love either coast. I love PEI, New Brunswick, that area. But Vancouver is just, it's incredible, man. Being able to go like surfing, or sorry, being able to go like snowboarding or skiing to surfing in the matter of 2 hours is absolutely bananas. It blows my mind. It's so crazy. I wonder if they fixed the caution warning panel impossible to read at night with the last time I flew it. I have no clue, Nick. Yeah. So FlyJSim Expo is going to be in Las Vegas. Hopefully, Larry, fingers crossed. They haven't announced it yet. I hope that it's going to be in Vegas. Vegas is winning all the polls. But
it always means the bottle is too strong, Captain. Why? Why am I? Just having fun.
This guy. Gamer Social 8, thanks so much for another $5 donation. I appreciate you, man. That's incredibly kind. Thank you, dude. Really do appreciate that. Thanks so much. Does Hollis 319 work in X-Plane 12 if you bought it for X-Plane 11? I believe there's an upgrade fee that you need to pay. I think there's a $10 or $15 upgrade fee. Yeah. Approaches and departures into Kelowna are always super fun. They are, yes. I'm hoping we can do the RNAV 3-4 mic on the way back. That RNAV approach into Kelowna on runway 34 is absolutely spectacular. So we'll see what the winds look like. We're not flying on VATSIM, so we really don't have to worry about getting like any type of control or anything, right? So, yeah. Was the iCow starting in G if Canada has G? No. iCows in Canada start with a C. So again, it's Charlie, Golf Yankee, Juliet, Zulu. Always Charlie. Canadian registration is Charlie. Canadian iCows, airports in Canada also start with a C. CYLW, CYVR, CYYZ, CYOW, right? They all start with C. If anything, we have to give Laminar for upgrading X-Plane 12 from initial release until this 12.06 R6 really did come a long way. It has come a long way, but it's taken far too long, Pilot, and I think we can all agree on that. Has the simulator improved since it came out? Absolutely. But it can't take them a year to fix clouds and sky colors and stuff, right? Like, that's preposterous to think that the simulator is going to survive with an update rate the way that they're going. So they need to really get on it. They need to really start making this, pushing out updates and stuff like that. There are still so many things with the simulator that are upsetting. You know what I mean? The rendering, how is it that, like, these are hard to see just from, like, back here? Like, they start getting fuzzy, you know what I mean? The shadows, the anti-aliasing, you go outside, let me turn this down, you go outside and, like, you look at the tail, the anti-aliasing's so broken I can see jagged lines on my tail. That's maybe 15, 20 feet away from my camera, and it's completely broken, jagged lines. I don't know if you can see that or not. I don't know if it's like, I can zoom in enough, you can just see all the broken little jagged lines. It's atrocious. It's straight out of the 2000s it's one of those unfortunate things, you know? But yes, it has gotten much better since a year ago, the last time I flew it. Hell, even this airplane, I've been flying this airplane the last couple days, getting used to it again. Even the airplane flies so much nicer than it did, you know what I mean? It's a feature, yeah. Laminar would like you to believe that, Gary. I'm pretty sure they would. That's exactly what they would like us to believe. It's a feature, Captain. What are you talking about? All right, 225. Remember, this is an old school airplane. Clouds, yes, we are picking up a little bit of clouds off in the distance. They still... This doesn't look good. I'm sorry. These little specks and dots of little timbits. We're in Canada, so we got to call them timbits, not donut holes. Little timbit clouds everywhere. That does not look good. I will say the clouds do look better when they're, like, together and you see actual different layers of them. They look good. That doesn't look very good. No.
Hello from Nanaimo, Vancouver Island.
Hey. All right, my friend. Good to see you. Thanks for your support. Appreciate you. All right, we're going to go to heading mode. We're going to switch our nav source to ILS-1. 263 on our final course. Everything looks good there. We're coming up on glide slope. I'm going to flip this over to vertical speed, and I'm going to descend at about 1,200 feet per minute. I'm now going to arm our approach, so it's going to look for localizer. We're 16 miles out. I'm going to keep the speed at about 210, 190 for now. I do see the airport out there. Can just make the airport. There's 26 right, which we're going to be landing on. Is this stream anti-attitude because it seems like you're not very high in the air? That question made my head hurt. It's a Q400. Its cruising altitude is very... Please stop repeating yourself. God damn it, dude. Holy fuck. 8 messages in 15 lines of chatter just from you. Stop. Oh my god. What do I do to deserve this, chat? Glide slope and localizers captured. Gonna bring the speed back down here just a little bit. Let's go with flaps 5. That will help bring our speed back tremendously. We're gonna hold 180 knots. I'm going to update our approach speed today, so we're looking for about 120. That seems awfully low, but I guess we're gonna go with that. 123 on the approach. That's very low. Oh wait, because I have to do that. That's why. We're landing flaps 15. There we go. 134. That's correct. That looks much better. Are we going to do a Zibo 737 someday? No. So I've already spoke about this. I don't really plan on flying any Airbus planes, like Airbus family 319, 321, 320. If I want to go fly Airbus, I'll just go fly in Microsoft. That's my preferred, especially with the Phoenix A320. Absolutely love that aircraft. My main goal for flying X-Plane is flying airplanes that I can't fly in X-Plane in Microsoft. So the 757, the Q400, those types of airplanes. So that's what we're going to be doing this week. Okay, cool. Speed can come back now. We'll aim for like 180. We're sitting at about 190, so we're looking good. You have a lot of patience? I have to. I'm a streamer, man, unfortunately. Why do you think I smoke so much weed? Fuck my life, dude. If I didn't have the stretches, I don't know what we would do, man. I don't know what we would do. What airline will you fly for the 7.5? Iceland Air? No, we're going to do some cargo. We're going to fly FedEx and UPS. FedEx and UPS. Landing gear? Yes, thank you. No problem. Don't worry. I've got checklists and everything to do about that. Don't worry. GPW's landing flaps good. Fuel transfer. Tank aux pump 1 and 2 are on. Standby hydraulic pressure and PTU control are on as well. Beautiful. Hydraulic pressure, passenger signs, caution lights, cabin, approach checklist complete. Next is going to be landing. We just heard 2,500, so let's go gear down. Remember that we're in a Q400. We are slow. Just remember that, okay? Next time you're gonna yell like gear and flaps and stuff like that, it's a Q400, man. We're not going at 210 knots. We're going 170, and right. So flaps 10 degrees. Good. Let's come down here. Gear is down. Condition levers going to max. Prop good. Bleed air 1 and 2 min. FA notifications. Flight attendants, please be seated for arrival. Good. All that's set and done. Good. We'll go ahead and bring that back down. We'll get our final approach speed plugged in, and then we'll go flaps 15. Because my anti-altitude. Yes. I thought he was being like anti-attitude. That's why I was ignoring his question, because I thought he was talking about like people's attitude, and I was like, well, I'm going to start with that today. Flaps 15 degrees. Sounds are up. Approach speed's coming in 134. Here it comes. Beautiful. Airplane looks good. We're at about 1,800 feet. 1,300 feet. I can't read the screen in front of me because the rendering system is atrocious. Joystick cam's going on. Enjoy the arrival, friends. Catch you guys down on the ground. My airplane. Beautiful. Speed's good. Altitude's good. Let's get it. Now, I love the torque steer of this airplane. If you leave this plane straight, look at this, Chad. Ready? I'm going to leave this plane completely straight right now. And watch how it just wants to bank to the right. That's the torque steer from the props. So it's actually pretty cool that it replicates that. Again, some cool little features of X-Plane that X-Plane does really well, you know? Oh, shit, I gotta be careful, dude. I keep hitting that button. I have to be really careful of that. All right, now remember, you don't cut the power. Do not cut the power on this aircraft. You fly it into the ground. Fly it into the ground, chat. No cutting power. If you cut the power, you will fall out of the sky completely.
$500.
Slope now. We're not going to go chasing glide slope. We don't want a balloon or anything like that.
Minimums.
Continue.
$100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Okay, just fly it into the ground, chat. Fly it into the ground. Fly it into the ground. Touchdown zone. Thank you. Nose down gently. Oh, my view. Why did it do that? Sorry, my view's... Something is hitting my keyboard. I'm going to reverse. Nose is down gently. Very floaty, but good landing. In the touchdown zone, so we'll call it legal. Alright, we'll vacate here to the left. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome down to Vancouver. Not bad, we'll take it. We'll watch the replay. Definitely floaty. Again, I gotta get used to the whole flight dynamics of this sim. It's very different. Very different. What, the mic's gone again? What are you talking X-Plane 12 is pretty much X-Plane 11. Yeah. I don't think anybody's going to deny that, that's for sure. All right, cool. Flight can go off, landing lights can go off, taxi light on, you're going off, you're going off, you're going to red. This can get flipped back up to norm. And we'll go ahead and pull off to the left here. Juicy clouds for the next flight. Well, we're doing the return flight, so I don't think so. I don't think so. No. All right, cool. Let's come down here after landing checklist. I'll get our control lock in. We'll do all that. Control lock, transponder, radar, flaps. Good. Tank aux pump 1 and 2 off, flaps are off, yaw dampers off, tank aux pump 1 and 2, PTU control off, you're off, good. That's set, good. Yaw damper comes off, flight taxi goes to taxi. Anti-collision lights red, landing lights are off, pitot static switches off, windshield heat off. So pitot static switches, windshield heat off. Ice protection is required. Main bus tie is tied. Good. APU on and bleed air 1 and 2 normal. So go APU power. Start. The graphics outside are bland. I mean, listen, dude, this should come of no surprise. This is X-Plane. This is the state of X-Plane right now, unfortunately. I do agree with you. I'm not denying that they're bland. This is why I like to think that this simulator, if you're going to be using this simulator, you're using it for the sole purpose of how the airplanes fly. If you're using this simulator, you don't care what it looks like outside. You can try and make it look nice, but for the most part, that's not really what it does. Do you know what I mean? So. This plane really is a handful. It's more than a handful, man. Yeah, it's big time. It's definitely she's an animal, man. It's a lot of fun, though. It's so much fun to fly. So much damn fun to fly. Especially if you can nail it down. Can you show your offline weather presets after shutdown? Offline weather presets? I'm just running live weather. That's it. Live weather, and it's being pulled by X-Plane. I don't know. Hey, sir, sorry for spamming questions right now, but I need to know for my dopamine because since just gonna ignore it. Today seems one of those days. How are you enjoying it? I'm enjoying being in the Q400. Yeah, I'm enjoying the Q400. I'm not so much enjoying the X-Plane as itself. I'm really enjoying the airplane, and that's kind of why I'm here. I'm here because the airplanes, right? I'm not here because X-Plane has just become fantastic overnight. I'm here for the airplanes. I'm here for the Q400. I'm here for the, yeah. Mostly play Microsoft, but I want to hop on X-Plane again for a session. Should I still rely on X-Plane 11? Yep, nothing wrong with X-Plane 11, man. Yeah, nothing wrong. Nothing wrong with X-Plane 11. Just one of those days. I knew it would be, dude. It's been a year since I've been in this sim. I knew it was going to be one of those special days. Special. Alright, we're going in over there. When are you planning to do Microsoft India series again? Not sure. I'm not sure, man. God, I love this airplane, though. Could go into the pull-off gates right here. Now, they parked over there. Now, I guess we'll go where the real airplane went. Taxi light can come off. Gen can go on. Cool. Can you... Is it feathering engine 1 or 2? I can't remember which ones you do. Sounds are so good. Oh, man, it's unreal. So good. Actually like the shutdown and stuff. I don't know how a turnaround works. Does a turnaround work in this airplane, chat? I can't remember. Alright, the real aircraft parked here at gate 30. Looks like we have a marshaller, actually. Is this from Sam? It has to be from Sam. I'm surprised we're actually seeing this the first time. Alright, we'll call it right about there then. Come down here, park brake can go on, good. Let me disable you. X camera disabled, good. Okay, good. APU's on, gens are on, good. I think you have to do, well no, actually I think you can do both. I think we can put them both to feather, start. Then you have to wait 30 seconds. And then you can get them off. After landing checklist complete, shutdown checklist. Taxi lights off, emergency brake is on. Standby hydraulic pressure and PTU is normal. Power levers are disc, yes. Condition levers start and feather. Passenger signs go off. Nose wheel steering goes off. Radar off. Anti-skid will go off as well. Bleed air 1 and 2 min/off. APU and GPU, we don't need that, that's fine. Emergency lights off. Condition levers after 30 seconds to fuel off, which we'll do now. Fuel off. There we go. And lights and master battery main aux and standby as required. Shutdown procedure complete, chat. There we have it. We did it. We did it, we did it, we did it. You can go off now, and the rest of those can go off as well, and that should be good. And then we should have a beautiful standing Q400 out here in front of us. A little shitty on the parking job there, Cap. No problem. And there we go. How do I operate the jet bridge? What is it again? Does anybody know how to operate the jet bridge? I forget. I forget how to operate the jetway. I think the jet bridge will connect to this, but I'm not quite sure. I mean, come on. Tell me that's not absolutely gorgeous, chat. Shift G? Is that what it is? I don't think it's Shift G, is it? Shift G. Oh, it is. Toggle jetway, but I can't toggle the jetway. Okay, no problem. Cool. Well, there we go. Sweet. I don't know what it's like doing a turnaround. Can this thing do a turnaround? Does anybody know? I don't know if this airplane can do a turnaround. I know that I can come here and I can connect the GPU. We can go up so we're not... I'll go into external power and then I'll kill the APU. Now we're on external power. Is it the SAM button? Well, we've got this one, SAM 3.0. Parking. It's not letting me do the whole thing. There's an I haven't updated this since X-Plane 11, so that's probably why. It's probably all out to lunch. Okay. Well, let me just do like a fast unload. Okay. Good. We're unloaded. Okay. Let me disconnect the GPU so we can do some replays. Did the doors open? No, nothing opened. Okay. Let's go flight. Toggle replay. I missed this feature, chat. I really missed this one. This is the one that gets me. Don't crash. Don't you dare crash. All right, cool. And who forgets the Shift 3? Man, I remember all these key commands because it's just like, how could you ever forget any of these wonderful key commands when it comes to X-Plane? Got our airplane coming in here. Look at this. Oh, yes. What version of Microsoft do I use? Steam. Nice flare. A little bit heavy on the flare right there. We could have kept just it going a little bit, but you can see nice descent rate. Keeping the power in, keeping the power in. Beautiful touchdown. Maintaining kind of center line. The nose was a little bit weird because my camera angle shifted and did some weird stuff.
How you doing?
Hey.
Second day in Munich.
Good.
I'll be sending pics on the Discord, but not too many.
Sweet. Sounds good, man. Huge no floaties to you. Thanks so much for support. Appreciate you, Tango. Thank you, thank you, thank you, man. All right, we can get a tower view, chat. Oh, man. Look at all these beautiful views that we get to have. Tower view, runway. What happened to my airplane? It's like not loaded. Oh, there we go. Now it's loaded. Miss having tower view? Yes. Miss all of the above. I miss how easy this replay system is. Yeah. Thanks so much, Tango. I appreciate you, man. Huge no floaties to you, dude. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the 2,500 Costa Rican pesos. Appreciate you, my friend. Thanks so much, dude. Definitely a floaty one, chat, but that's okay, man. We're feeling it out. We're feeling it out. Still a legal landing in the touchdown zone. We'll just pretend the first officer was flying, okay, chat? How about that? First officer landing, no problem. Give you guys some wing views. Look at this. All these fancy replays we get to do. Remember, guys, if you are enjoying this, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up button. We are doing the return flight as well, so keep that in mind. I'm going to bring this back to the gate. I may have to reload the simulator. I'm not quite sure how this works with X-Plane. Again, I haven't flown in X-Plane in over a year, so you'll have to bear with me. There might be a little bit of growing pains over the next couple of days as we kind of get used to everything once again, but yeah. Look at the compression, too, of the wheel. I absolutely love that. So beautiful. Go back, give you some behind the wing views. Fraser River right there. Beautiful. Is this not on Steam? I can't see the bottom right FPS. It's not on Steam. No, I have the standalone. So X-Plane 12 when it released on standalone before it was out on Steam. So I bought it on X-Plane standalone directly from Laminar Research. Samuel, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Using the Thrustmaster Boeing throttles with the Q400. I'm using my honeycomb throttles, actually. Yeah. Real-time weather, real-time as well. Yes. Real-time weather and real-time. Oof, chat. That was a smooth one, man. That was real smooth. Let's do one more. Let's do one more of these, but we're going to put it off to the side. Where's the Favignano view? You guys remember the Favignano view? Hold on, let me see if we can get it right here. We'll go get the Favignano view somewhere off in the grass like this. Mr. Jeff Favignano made this view ready to go. Looks like a nosy runway with the cross groves. It's nice, yeah. Use little nav map for flight planning. There you go. I use SimBrief. Yeah. Real smooth, chat. Real smooth. Look at that nose. Holding it. Aerodynamic braking. Here it comes down. There we have it. The Q400. This thing is just a odd airplane, man. Odd airplane. Okay, so if I toggle replay system, how does this work now? Okay. Something sounds broken, but it doesn't sound broken. What's my flight plan look like? Okay, so how do I do it? Does anybody know if you can do a new flight plan? Like, do you have to go to menu? Do you have to, like, oh, delete flight plan? Delete. Hey, okay, that actually just worked. Cool. That's all I needed to do. We should be able to just do our next flight. So hold on. Give me a second here. Let me throw on some tunes for us while we're sitting here chilling and waiting. Let's put on some tunes. We're going to go to SimBrief. We're going to plan for our next flight. New flight. Good. What's the YVR to Kelowna? What's their call sign? What do they use? They use 270. That's what I figured. So we're going to go Jazz 270. Jazz 270. And we're going from CYVR over to CYLW. We're going to be in the DH8D. going to be default. That's good. We're going to depart on 26 left, and it's giving us runway 34 for the arrival. So we're going to get to do the RNAV arrival chat, which is absolutely spectacular. Cool. We're going to go full aircraft again. 78 passengers is the max cap that it can do. We'll go ahead and load that up on SimBrief. Good. It's kind of no skill to land a propeller plane, not gonna lie, 1,000 times. Hey man, listen dude, you should start up your YouTube channel. We'll all head over to your channel and maybe you can all teach us how easy it is to land airplanes in simulators, yeah? That'd be awesome, dude. I'd be game for that. Hopefully you can show us how to do that. Yeah. Cool, and if you don't think that I know that it's not the same person that I already removed on a different account, your spelling gives away everything, the way that you speak. Man, the exact same weight on the return flight chat, 25,460. Beautiful. We'll enter that in there like that. Good. Fuel for the return leg. What do they want for fuel? 2382, because our alternate is back at this airport. So that's pretty cool. It's got that in there, so that's good. We'll do that. That all looks good. That all looks good. I'm happy with that. We'll go to load summary. We'll confirm load and we'll start loading. Good. The aircraft should start loading itself. What we can do now is we can come to our checklist. Now we can remove, just click on the little check marks here. It should remove everything. So we can go ahead and scroll all the way up. We're going to have a lot of this already done. So recirc fans are already on. All of this is already on and done. Before start, that's good. Emergency lights are armed. We'll go and get the anti-skid back on. Good. Fuel transfer, that's fine, that's fine, that's fine, that's good. And we'll leave our takeoff data on our passenger signs for now. I can flip you up like that. Good. And we can go ahead and start plugging in some information. So if we go to our menu page, we can go to departures. We are going to be departing out of Vancouver, CYVR. We'll enter that in. Good. We'll accept that. We're going to be departing on 26 left, which is number 4 on our list. We're going to be on the Vancouver 2 departure. So we'll go ahead and select that. Number 3 on the list with no transitions. Perfect. We'll go and insert that. It's going to be radar vectors. That is literally the departure. Good. We'll go ahead and, I'm just going to pause the music here for a sec. We'll go ahead and get our first waypoint in here. So it's going to be Janik, not Janet, Janik. Good. We'll go and get that in there. We'll enter that. Beautiful. And we'll accept that. Good. And then from Janik, we're going to go direct to CCAB. So we'll throw in CCAB. Good. And we'll enter that in and we'll accept that. Beautiful. And then from CCAB, we're jumping to our arrival. So we'll go menu, arrive, Kelowna, CYLW. Enter that in. Accept. We're going to be expecting runway 34-2. We're going to be on the CCAB 4 arrival. No transition. We're going to plan for the RNAV, RNZ, RNV. I don't know why they have it like that. I'm going to go to flights, unload, import, grab you. Okay, good. CCAB 4, we're going to go to our approaches. We're going to take the RNAV Zulu 34. If we have a look-see here, we want to take it via AMBAT. That's where we're going to be coming from. So we'll pick number 3 on the list, enter. Number 1 on the list, enter. And there we go. Kelowna 34, CCAB 4 via AMBAT for the RNAV Zulu 34. Good. Go to flight plan. We'll scroll through here. We'll make sure we don't have any crazy discontinuities or any repeating waypoints, which I don't think we do. I see Amato twice. So I'll just go ahead and remove this one. That should be good. Okay. Cool. And that should all be set up there, and then end of approach. So that's all done. Good. The only thing that we need is Alman. We're not going to reach Alman at 22,000. So I'm going to actually put Alman at like 17,000. We just have to be above 90. Forget what it is on the approach. 9,800. Yeah, above 9,800. So I'm going to put in 17,000 as we still have quite a ways to travel until we reach Vivek at 9,500 feet. So that's good. 17,000. And then we've got 40 miles to reach Vivek at 9,500. We could even probably do like 18, maybe even 19,000. Probably a little bit better. Give us a little bit longer of a cruise too. Cool. That's good. I'm happy with that. Let's go to our fuel prediction page. Plug in some new numbers here. Actually, we don't really need to do much. We just have to change our fuel on board. So fuel on board for this flight, they are refueling. We're going to be going with, what did I say it was? 2382. So We'll come down here. We'll go 2382 on the fuel. And enter that in. Good. And then that's pretty much exactly at 25.7. We're 25.5. Not going to fight about that. And we just need to do change our cargo weight. The cargo weight for this leg is going to be 1297. So cargo 1297. And we'll insert that. Good. 25.5. That's our zero fuel weight. Everything is perfect with our fuel prediction page. Good. If I go to VNAV, I'm going to get rid of that stupid message. I'm going to go message, return. Good. Thank you. Flight plan. Good. Okay, cool. That's all done. We are now just waiting for the passengers to board. We're not going to review our takeoff data quite yet. We'll just wait for all of that fun stuff to happen. And there we go. You can see that we are currently fueling. And we're just waiting for the passengers and everything else to board up. Cool. Someone need to go for a little timeout? Okay, bye-bye. We'll put you on a little bit of a timeout. Just bought the Jar Design 340-500. I'm not deep simulator player, so it's enough for simple understanding. Yeah, you should be fine. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Cap, are we doing the 7.5 ops this weekend? Yes. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, 7.5. Yeah. Yep. Think a bit. Who's doing 9/11 jokes? Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah, there we go. Okay, he's removed. No problem. How dare you use X-Plane? Have you not disgraced the Microsoft community? You're a terrible person. Nice, John. What do you think of the Rotate MD-11? Haven't flown it in a long time. I really don't know. Is it good? Is it bad? I don't really know. Yeah. Never thought I'd see you back in X-Plane. See, there's a lot of people that say that. Again, literally since day one, I've said that I'm going to be back in X-Plane. When we flew it about a year ago, I said it needs to go back into the oven for about 6 months to a year. That's literally what I said. You could even rewind it. You could go watch the video at the end of the stream. I was like, does it have potential? Maybe. Does it need to go back in the oven? Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, John, calm down, man. The joke's done. Just enjoy the stream, dude. We're flying. Just pay attention to the airplane that's in front of us, not the sim that we're using. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, yes, I get it. Ha ha ha. I love the rotate update for X-Plane 12. It's an amazing plane. There you go. Have you ever flown the Saab 340 in X-Plane? I have, I believe. Yes. There's some great features in X-Plane. It would be great to combine the best of both worlds. Exactly. Yes. Why did you choose the prop plane for today? Because this is my all-time favorite airplane. I think this is arguably the best airplane ever made for X-Plane. The quality, the level of detail, and the attention to detail in this aircraft is simply amazing. It's PMDG quality, FS Labs, Phoenix. It's all quality. It's absolutely amazing. Yeah. Did you have the same throttle problem the MD-11 as me? I couldn't configure it on a 2 throttle quadrant, 2 levers. I did not. Make sure that you have, I think in the settings somewhere, Sergeant, you can make it so that it's split between 2 different levers. So maybe I want to try that. You know, we talked about flight model, but honestly, I think when Microsoft updated the flight model last year, I think it's so much better now, and it's why I switched over from X-Plane to Microsoft. It is far better, absolutely, but there's something special about flying an X-Plane. It's hard to explain without you actually flying an X-Plane. There's just something about it that is really good, and I can understand why people have a hard time leaving X-Plane because of how well the aircraft fly. I totally get it. Yeah. I totally get it. All right. Man, I've had to use that timeout button more than I would have liked today. I thought everybody would have been, you know, a little bit more gracious. But yeah, the trolls are out pretty heavy today. My goodness. I'm personally very excited for the IXCG update release tomorrow. Awesome, man. I hope you enjoy it. Kunal, thanks so much for support, man. I appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties. Thank you. Glad you're enjoying the content, man. Thanks so much. Timmy Thursday. I'm pretty sure it's the same person, multiple accounts. Pardon me. Excuse me, chat. Give me a sec. I'm going to grab some water. I'll be right back. Alrighty. Thanks, guys. Grab a quick bottle of water. What is my favorite jet plane? I don't know. Probably 7.3 or an A320 or something like that, you know? X-Plane feels more fluid. We can tell that X-Plane's flight model has been in development for 12 years. I feel like that's what you can tell. You can tell that it's been extremely fine-tuned, and it feels nice. It does. Yep. When I first got X-Plane, I knew that Microsoft existed, but I looked visually better. But the reason I didn't get it is because I cared about flight models and being realistic. But after the update, switched me over. There you go. Awesome, man. Do you like the Flight Factor 7.5? Yes, we're going to be flying that all weekend. We're going to be doing some cargo ops. Yeah. Think about this. They are trolling of all things in FlyJSim live stream. How pathetic is that? Hey, man, you don't got to tell me, dude. I've already called that out. It's, you must have a sad, sad existence if you're coming over to FlyJSim to troll people. FS Expo confirmed in Vegas. Jarvis, I'm trusting you on this, Mr. Jarvis. FlyJSim Expo 2024. What are they saying? Mr. Jarvis, where did they say this? Can you send me a DM on Discord so I can read it? Ooh, there's one coming called FS Weekend in Europe. March 2024 in the Netherlands. Chat, are we going to Europe? FS Elite has it. Oh. Mr. Jarvis. He says, check Discord. Thank you, Mr. Jarvis. Hashtag. You don't have access to this link, it says. It says hashtag unknown. Cleveland team assembled. It's a 3-hour drive for me. Awesome. Hopefully I'll see you there. Gigliotis. That'd be awesome, man. Is it intelligent to buy the add-ons on the Microsoft Marketplace? It depends which add-ons. There's a lot of junk on the Marketplace, Cadence. So just keep an eye on that. Yeah. You have some issues with the Flight Factor 7.5 with tipping over. I can't say I've ever had that problem in an airplane. It's never tipped over. Yeah. I did, Mr. Jarvis, but it just says exclamation point unknown. Like it doesn't even say what it is. It's just it's just hashtag unknown. It says I don't have access to that link. Weird. You may have seen a person named Laurent. I'm his father, and I don't. You guys are fucking so stupid, man. So stupid. It's unbelievable, man. It's a 17-hour drive for me to the Netherlands. Oh, could make it happen. Expo starts June 21st. It's posted in the FSA Discord. Confirm Expo Vegas. Oh, baby. Start planning now, friends. That's gonna be a fun one. That's gonna be a fun one. FS Expo 2024 will take place at the Tropicana Hotel Las Vegas between June 21st, 2024 and June 23rd. There we go. June 21st. I like it. I like it. I like it. Great news. I dig it. Why is the right prop spinning? Yes, it's in the wind. Yep. Vegas confirmed from Evan. Awesome. Send you a screenshot. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, how much are we boarded here, chat? We've got almost all of our passengers. Okay, we're looking good. We are well on our way here to boarding. We're almost done. Almost done. Lost wages, chat. Down in lost wages. Average room rate of 188. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I may look at getting an Airbnb. To be honest with you, Tom, Airbnbs are usually a little bit better, or I may stay a little bit somewhere. I don't know. Isn't the Tropicana like super old? Like super, super old? Like super old. There you go, Ken. Awesome. Hopefully you guys can make it down. Make it down for the weekend. Feel an Area 51 visit coming. It might be a cool idea. How far of a drive is that out from Vegas? Although I don't think you could see very much, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Obviously, Tom, I'm in a little bit of a different boat, right? Because Thrustmaster covers my tab. When we go down to these expos and return, I live stream from the event and do a bunch of stuff. So, Monsieur Jarvis. Okay, we're proud to announce the dates and location for our next event. FlyJSim Expo 2024 will be held June 21st at the Tropicana, Las Vegas. Las Vegas was the most popular city choice in our recent survey. Thanks again to everyone who participated, and offers the right mix of space, entertainment, and pricing for our show. I agree. The event will be scheduled similarly. Houston product reveals and exhibitor updates on Friday, with the exhibit hall and education seminars over the weekend. Also expect to see activities like ETC tours happening on Thursday, Friday, and Monday around the show. The FlyJSim Expo room rate will have average of $188 a night over the 3-night stay, including all taxes and resort fees. Good. We recommend you wait to book travel and hotel nights until we reveal our initial schedule and airfare discounts coming up later this year. Registration opens in December. As always, welcome your feedback. If you have any questions about the venue, of ideas of the future, please post in blah, blah, blah. Cool. Great news, man. I mean, that's exactly what I wanted. Exactly what I wanted. I wanted it in Vegas. I wanted it to be, I think Vegas is going to be, yeah, Maverick, confirmed 2024 in Vegas. So I'll see you there with your blue Tesla. That's like, what, a 5-hour drive for you? 4-hour drive, Maverick? I mean, you could fly too, but shit, why not drive, right? Might not know it. What ortho would be recommended? Ortho for XP is free. Really good. Manager Jarvis. Yes, gonna change his name. Mr. Jarvis. Manager Jarvis. That's awesome. Already looking at flights on Allegiant. See? There you go, man. There you go. Vegas really isn't expensive. People think. I've been there a couple times. The only thing is food is very expensive on the strip. Yeah, you got to go off strip. I think everybody with Vegas, I've never been to Vegas and I even know off strip, right? So, unless you want to live like a baller. But, yeah. Like I said, most likely would look at something like, if you can stay off strip, you'll usually save a ton of money. And you can, I mean, there's awesome places in Vegas too, right? You don't have to stay on strip, so. Yeah. Your dad lived there for 25 years? Damn, very cool. Gotta go back to work. Monsieur Jarvis, thank you, buddy, for coming by. Thank you, man. Hey, have you ever interested in flying the Latin VFR E321, the flyby-wire compatibility mod? So, Vine, here's the thing, man. As much as I would love to fly it, I feel like I have to take a stance and, like, basically say this. Why would I buy a payware airplane to then go and completely mod it with freeware systems and a freeware mod, right? I'm not flying, and what I'm flying is a fly-by-wire A320 disguised as an A321. That's literally all you're paying for. You're paying for when you go to your outside view for you to look at an A321. That's literally all you're paying. Everything else, systems, flight model, everything is based off an A321. Or, sorry, the fly-by-wire A320. It's like, no, I can't ever suggest people spend money on that type of stuff when that's the type of, silliness is going on. It just doesn't make sense, man. If it was a freeware mod, sure, I would maybe consider it. If it was free, I didn't cost any money, it could be a thing, so, yeah. As a local, off-strip properties are cheaper for rooms. Yes, absolutely. If I said I wanted to buy X-Plane 12 simply for my 7.6 and 7.5, would you say, depends if you've deleted everything. If you've deleted all your ortho, all your payware scenery, all your libraries, and it's not just a simple drag and drop over, I would say you're fine, but To have to start fresh for X-Plane, it's a fucking night. Pardon my French. It's a nightmare, dude. Passenger signs on. Takeoff data reviewed. We'll do that now. Takeoff data 129, 129, 133. Clean by 154. Takeoff. Before start checklist complete. Startup approved. Battery master main aux and standby bat door and fueling lights are out. APU bleed is off. Anti-collision light is red. Engines have been cleared to start. Beautiful. We'll get you on. External power goes off. Good. We've got recircs, bleeds, everything on min. Good. That is all set. We'll come down here. We'll go to... I didn't have the GPU connected. No problem. Let's go to plugins. We're going to go to better pushback. We're going to go start pushback. Where do we want to go, chat? We're probably going to come out like this. This is a cool little feature of this product as well. Let me zoom in here a little bit so I can see what we're doing. Zoom in, zoom in. All right, we're going to go like this. We're going to take it to there, and then we're going to go out like this. I'm going to get them to push us like this so we can be a little bit better. This is a wonderful tool. If you are on X-Plane, you have to have this, called Better Pushback, completely free. This is hands down the most friendly pushback tool I've ever used, to be honest with you. Okay, we're on APUs. We're looking good. Everything's set up there. Checklist has all been complete. Everything's looking great up there. Beautiful. Back to our checklist. After start checklist. Well, that's our after start checklist, so we'll worry about that in a second. So, cool. Latin VFR nailed it for console users. A massive gap in the market, and they went for it. I agree. I completely agree with you. I don't see anything wrong with that. But yeah. Off. Good. Okay. Let's work on our autopilot here for a second as well. So altitude, we're going to 21,000 feet for this return flight. So go 21,000. Good. We're going to go runway heading off of departure, which is going to be 265. And we'll do alt cell IAS, and we're going to climb at 170, and we're going to go heading mode select. Good. Cool. Park brake is... Wait. Park brake off? Wait. Park brake on? Park brake on. Okay, there we go. Now he's driving up. Okay, good. I was confused for a second. ECAP, you should fly the Rotate MD-11 X-Plane 12 now. I do all the time, and it's great, a mix of old school and new school. So Dave, I'm really looking forward to the TFDI MD-11 for Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm probably waiting for that one. Apparently, they gave a release date of October 16th. I cannot confirm if that's correct or wrong. If anybody wants to do a quick little research on that, apparently they have come out and said TFDI MD-11 is going to be out October 16th. I don't know if that's correct. But yeah, TPX, please stop asking about third-party pirated websites. What do you think my answer is going to be, dude? Come on, I'm a full-time content creator. I'm friends with a lot of these developers. Do you think I'm going to tell you guys, oh yeah, pirating all of your software is good? Come on, dude. It's terrible. It's not good for the industry. It's not good for developers. It's not a good look, man. Like, I don't know what the hell I don't know what you're expecting to ask a content creator what he thinks about a pirating website. That's pretty silly if you think like I'm going to have any other answer than that. Go to my menu, flight plan menu, exfil from FMS1, gonna do that. He's bringing the nose up. He's ready for push. Collector edition, here you go.
And you may start engine.
That's what I heard this morning, that exact date. Okay, so somebody else said it as well, but I haven't been able to confirm it or not, so I really don't know, and I don't want to start speculating if we really don't know. All right. Engine selector number 2 on. Bleed air is off. Everything looks good. Cool. We'll go ahead and... No. There we go. Thank you. Start up engine number 2. 25% NH. We'll introduce fuel the feather. There it goes. I was a YouTube channel that does Microsoft every week. Okay. Interesting. It's only for the 1,000 guys who bought the collector's edition. At least that's what they said on their Discord. Interesting. Okay. Are there any big projects coming to Microsoft soon? Sceneries, airplanes? Yeah, there's a lot, man. I mean, before the end of the year, we've got the MD-11 coming. We've got a 319, a 321. and an A300, all confirmed before the end of 2023. So lots of things coming for Microsoft. Yeah. Why aren't I streaming on Twitch? So when I first started streaming, Twitch was oversaturated. And I felt like it was going to be way too difficult for me to make a name for myself on Twitch because there was already like the group of guys that were doing FlyJSim. Nobody was really doing it on YouTube when I first started. So I wanted to kind of take an opportunity to stream on YouTube and be one of like the first FlyJSim content creators on YouTube. You know what I mean? You should fly the TUI 154 X11. No, thank you. Gap, I know you work with any builds. Do you have any clue what their modern Airbus long hauler will be? I can't tell you, man. I do know what it is, but obviously I can't speak on it. I'm under an NDA, so.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Park brake is set.
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Good. And we'll go up top. We'll go engine select number 1. Start. And 25 NH will introduce fuel to feather. FlyJSim is mostly active on YouTube too. I think, well, it wasn't always, but it definitely is now, for sure. Yeah. Jay Stevens coming in with a $10 donation. Huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very much for your support. I really do appreciate that, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's extremely kind of you, man. I really do appreciate you. Thanks so much, man.
Disconnected. I'm bypassing.
What's going on, Captain? Just sending a quick donor. I'll see you this weekend.
Huge no floaties to you, my man. Thanks so much for the 10 bones. Appreciate you, and I am very much looking forward to doing some cargo ops this weekend for you guys, man. Yeah. How excited should we be? Very excited. It's any builds, man. You have to be excited at this point, right? Okay, cool. After start checklist, external power and APU power to the off position. Gen, APU off. Good. Come down here. Main bus tie is going off. Sorry, it's shitty FPS at this airport for some reason. I don't know why. Bleed air 1 and 2 on is required. Bleed air 1 and 2 norm as required. Battery temps checked. Condition levers to max. Again, I'm going to shut up and let you guys listen to this. Standby hydraulic pressure and PTU control on. Standby hydraulic pressure and PTU control on. That's all good. That's checked. That's good. Flaps 5. Good. De-ice pressure checked. Rudder travel full. Good. Steering switch on. Windshield and pilot side window heat on. Flight taxi. Taxi. Radar, nav, and comm set. PFD, MFD, ED checked and set. Yaw damper goes on. You go on. Beautiful. And that looks good. Cool. After start checklist complete. Taxi checklist. We'll leave our taxi light off for now. Altimeter set and checked. Flight instruments checked. Tank aux pump 1 and 2 and auto feather come on. Tank aux pump 1 and 2 and auto feather are on. Flaps are set. 5 degrees trim. 3 down is set. And that back up here needs to be like right about there. Good. Takeoff warning test. Should get a beep because our park brake's on. Good. Condition levers max 1020. Pitot static switches on. 1, 2, 3. Good. Ice protection is required. Caution and warning lights. Everything is off except parking brake. Flight clearance is reviewed. Cabin is secured. And we'll get our taxi light on now. Taxi checklist complete. Lineup checklist will be next. Park brake goes off. Let's go. Not a fan of the Tropicana, but I'm glad it's in Vegas. Yeah. You know what, Mav? We can stay somewhere else though, right? That's my main thing. We can get an Airbnb We can stay off strip, kind of like what we did last time. I think that's our best bet, Mav. Do some reviews. Find like an airport that's been like recently up... An airport. Find a hotel that's been recently updated or something like that. And then go from there. You know what I mean? That's what I think we should really do. Similar to what you guys did in Houston. You guys found that hotel that was like brand new, renovated, and updated. We should do that again, man. Find somewhere, even if it's a 5-10 minute drive away from the Tropicana or something like that, right? That's what I think we should do. Having a hard time supporting the sim. Cockpit and scenery / buildings, trees look so dated. The exterior of the plane and the concrete looks good. I mean, that's kind of always been X-Plane, to be honest with you, man. It's always been X-Plane. That hotel was fine? Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I would have preferred the hotel that you guys stayed at than the hotel I stayed at, dude. The DoubleTree that I stayed at was a shithole. Pardon my French. I hope nobody else... It's just not... Like, maybe it was my tree. Yeah. Flyboy says, we'll talk. I have a timeshare in Vegas. Well, la-dee-da. Awesome, man. That would be great. That would be even better. Hell yeah, dude. Obviously, I expect you to be there as well, Flyboy. Remember, guys, if you haven't done so, don't forget to smash down that thumbs up. Show the channel some love. Jumping back into X-Plane after so long. It feels good to be back. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Again, a little change of scenery. See, now, look, here's what I'm saying. This picture out here in front of me, these clouds built up, like, that looks good, right? I think we can all agree that actually looks good. It looks decent, but not these little popcorn little clouds that are out here everywhere. But like that looks good. That scene right there actually looks decently good for X-Plane. Default clouds or whatever you want to call it. I'm thinking of going to it this year. I couldn't make Houston. I mean, Vegas would be the year to do it, man. Think of all the stuff we can do. I get to drive again so I can stuff more things in my car. Absolutely. Have you seen the prices of those things in Vegas? I mean, we can get it in Vegas. It's legal in Vegas too, but I'd rather get the good goods from California. Popcorn clowns exist IRL? I know they do, but they don't look the way that they do here. There's way too many of them here in X-Plane. And that right there is why X-Plane can be summarized as a hit or miss. Yep. The mule. Plenty of food in Vegas? Oh, yes. Yeah. It'd be a great time. Anyone having issues with SimBrief downloader not loading? No. Are the servers maybe down or something? Didn't mean to flaunt that, just happy to actually exist. No, dude, I was just joking with you, man. I was just joking. I know a lot of people that have timeshares in Vegas. I mean, that's like the place you would want to have a timeshare, right? Get away for the weekend, something like that. Little, you know? We'll talk about like the size of it and how many people we can pack in there, right? That'll be the big thing. Tyler celebrating 1 month. Huge enough floaties to you, Tyler. Thanks so much for support, dude. Appreciate you. Thank you, man. The cloud depiction in X-Plane 12.06 is really taking a big step forward. Still some issues here and there, but overall it is really nice. It's far better than the last time I did it, right? Far, far, far better than the last time I used this simulator. I don't know why I'm having crazy FPS issues at this airport all of a sudden. Like every time I switch camera views, it's like lags out for like a good like 3 seconds, you know? I kept doing JFK to St. Martin today, and I realized I flew over a hurricane. Winds were jumping up and down constantly, the plane rocking back and forth. That would do it. That would definitely do it. Do I want to do a flight together one day? Well, I do most of my flights on VATSIM, so you could just jump on VATSIM at any point that I'm flying on VATSIM and join the Congo line. Do X-Plane 11 and X-Plane 12 have the same physics model? Yes, pretty much. It is tweaked in X-Plane 12, more refined, if you will. But yes, for the most part, they are similar. The Q400 is extremely heavy in performance and laggy. Interesting. Okay. I'll take it for you. Like, I haven't flown in the sim in a while, so... Work is busy today, so I won't be able to see much, but I did come in after Vegas was announced, so I had to take a break from work. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. I mean, you must be happy, Matt. That's nice and close. Don't have to spend crazy money on like airfare. I know you love to fly and shit like that, but I mean, when it's that close, you can just pretty much drive. It just makes everything so much easier, right? Don't have to worry about a rental car. Don't have to worry about so many other things when you drive. All right, lineup checklist, cabin crew. Flight 10, please be seated for departure. Bleed air 1 and 2 over to Min. Good. Anti-collision light is on. Rest of our lights are on as well. Good. Landing lights on. Good. Flight controls checked and free. Flight and taxi over to Flite. And we've got our landing lights. Lineup checklist complete. After takeoff checklist will be next. Beautiful. Want to get a 4TB M.2 SSD? I see a good one with QLC and DRAM for $160. I don't know about that. That seems a little bit cheap for a 4TB M.2. $160? No. I'm going to say no. What frames am I getting right now? 42. 40s. Mid 40s. Also looking out to water. There's pretty much not much else we're looking at. Okay, cool. Let me bump this up. Actually, let me throw on yoke cam. Enjoy the departure, friends. Sounds are going up. Get ready to get blasted. Alright, let's do it then, chat, shall we? Gonna bring... I don't know why this is going. Wrong button, apologize. And over to Flite, let's go. Oh, it also helps if you remove the gust lock, chat. That helps big time. Alright, Flite high. Chrono's on. Let's do it. Nose down pressure on the stick. Airspeed's alive. 80 knots for neutral. V1. Rotate. Why does it keep doing that? There's something messed up with one of the wires.
Too low, terrain.
What?
Too low, terrain.
I don't know why it's saying that.
Too low, terrain.
I think that's a bug.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
Flaps clean.
Too low, terrain.
I think it's going to stop once we get the flaps up.
Too low, terrain.
It shouldn't do it anymore.
Too low, terrain.
No more.
Too low, terrain.
Okay, it's still doing it. Now it stopped. Climb power. I'm going to start us with a left turn out. All the way around. We're in climb power. All right, 4,000 feet. Autopilot 1 is on. We'll bring you guys back up into the flight deck. We're going to go down here. We're going to go direct to Janik, which is number 2 on the list. Select that. Come down here. Hit our nav switch. The aircraft should pick up an LNAV. Nope, because I have to do this. Now it should pick up a nav. Check nav source. Yes, we're good. Now we should go to nav. and now we're in LNAV. Beautiful, and we're climbing 170. Looking good. Cool, we're about to overfly the airport, 5,000 feet. Wonderful. Upstairs, you can come off, you can come off, you can come off. That can go back on. Let's come down here. Landing gears up, flaps are clean, climb power is set, bleed air 1 and 2 on as required. Standby hydraulic pressure and PTU control, tank, aux pump 1 and 2, and auto feather are all coming off. Off, 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 off. Good. Engine temps and pressures checked. Ice protection is required. Cabin crew, cabin press and temp controls checked. Passenger signs as required till 10,000 feet. After takeoff checklist complete. Beautiful. And there we are, climbing up and away. Are you planning on doing the eastbound CTP in October? Yes. I do. Capital question, can you transfer your aircraft from your Xbox to your PC? Great question. I don't know. Probably, because you're still going to have to connect to your Xbox account if you were to do it on PC. So, yes. Gab, is it possible to have a screenshot your X-Plane settings? Drew, if you roll the video back just before we departed on our first leg, I opened up the settings and I did show them. I can show you if you're still around after this flight. I can open them up and I can show you to them again if you want to see them. If not, you can just rewind the video, man. Rewind the VOD. PMDG products cannot be transferred, okay? I'm wondering just about like marketplace products or something like that, right? Is that an analog desk on your clock? It's actually a pretty cool, isn't it? It's an altitude. It's an altitude readout clock. I have a bunch of them, dude. Oh, that's, yeah. That one may not exist anymore because I might have just broken it. Nope, everything's good. I have a bunch of them. Yeah. Cap, did you vote CTP airports yet? You can select 3 departures. I did, yes. I did it last stream. Last stream we voted. Ale coming in with 11 months is another month passing by. Nice to see the Q400. Ale, thanks so much, man. One more month away from that 2-year badge, my man. Huge no floaties to you, dude. Thank you very much for your support. I really do appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. A little pricey to fly out to Vegas this far out. Yeah, I wouldn't set it up now, Tom. I would also wait for the new year. They're going to give their discounts, right? They'll usually get like 15 to 20% off Delta, WestJet, those guys. So, yeah. Pretty sure that X-Plane default airports are better only because they're community made. Yes, that is 100%. Because they have the, and it's been around forever. It's been around since X-Plane 10. The Microsoft is coming out with theirs as well, which is awesome. I'm super excited for that. You can now download the assets, the default assets for Microsoft, and you can build airports, and they're going to add them in to the default database of airports, which is really cool. Really, really, really cool. Look at us climbing away. We are through 10,000 feet, so we can get those off. We can get those off. Seatbelt signs can come off as well. Passengers can walk about. We should get the mountain ranges coming in now. Beautiful downtown, downtown Vancouver. Off the left wing, there's whatchamacallit Park, Stanley Park. Stanley Park? Is that Stanley Park? I can't remember. The seawall, the big seawall all across. What did you select for your departure and arrival airports for CTP? I can't remember. Good ones, though. Amsterdam, London, and Brussels. And then for the arrivals, I picked Boston, Toronto, Boston, Toronto, and something. Yeah. After a flight, you should recheck the 330 and see if it's any different. Well, I have my yoke set up right now, so it really wouldn't do much, to be honest with you, TSC. Yeah. Little bumpy coming into Kelowna and Microsoft. Ooh, nice. After a flight, you should recheck. Oh, sorry, I got that one. What city is below? It's all Vancouver, man. This is North Vancouver, North Van. This is North Vancouver. That's downtown Vancouver. Surrey is like out here. I mean, that, listen, I gotta say, like that view with the ortho down there. I know I don't have the new water because I'm not running ortho, but that's a beautiful view with that wing like that. X-Plane does have its moments, albeit they are very cherry-picked, because in most times it doesn't look this nice, but under certain conditions with the lighting, when you have it just right, and the ortho, and at high enough of a distance, it does look good. It really does look good. Do some Caribbean ops in the Q400 and the ETR. Maybe we're only flying the ETR, or sorry, the Q400 for today. The rest of the week we're going to be in the 757. I'm really looking forward to that one as well. Now, we may come back. We may do the 757 Saturday, Sunday, and come back to the Q400 on Monday, but I'm not quite sure. They are, Tom, indeed. Yes, they have improved tremendously. Yeah. But 20 plus times I've sat in the Q400. The engine sounds in the prop of the Beta is amazing. On a side note, more legroom than most planes. You're correct, Alain. Yeah, especially if you're flying Porter, Alain. Like when I flew Porter, man, you're almost, I mean, the seats are still small and narrow, but the legroom, you're 100% correct. Yeah. What is your opinion about the X-Plane anti-aliasing? It's absolutely atrocious. My wing has jagged, broken textures. My wing. That wing is 10 feet away from my camera. You see those lines right here? I don't know if it's showing it, but they look like little sawtooth all along my wing. It's abysmal. It's my biggest gripe with X-Plane is the anti-aliasing, the shadows, it's atrocious. There's no other way around it. Atrocious. Not bad, atrocious. I know you can fix anti-aliasing, Frank. Well, to be fair, you can't fix anti-aliasing. You can fix the shadow maps and like the bit maps of like how the shadows doing that stuff. But for the anti-aliasing, if you're talking about using the NVIDIA panel or whatever, I'm gonna be honest with you, dude. Every single time I've tried to use that for either X-Plane or Microsoft Flight Simulator, I have never seen a difference in the quality of whatever I'm doing. So using the NVIDIA whatever doesn't, yeah, it doesn't work for me, man. I don't know. And I still think like sunsets and night times in X-Plane are just no bueno. If you're going to fly X-Plane, it's got to be during the day. You got to have ortho. Yeah. Say for me, the dark cockpits look terrible. I've been in a lot of cockpits of X-Plane. Cockpits are shadows, super dark. Yes. Yeah. How's the FPS? I think good. I'm currently getting 50 FPS. Similar to Microsoft up at cruise or climb. 40, 45, 50 FPS. I'm 47 right now. 51, 48, 51, 47, 51. So high 40s, low 50s as far as FPS go. And if you think I'm lying, I'll turn it on. I'll show you. There you go. You can see up here in the top left corner. 51, 47, 51, 52, 48, 47. So it's, yeah, high 40s, low 50s. What are my specs? You can put exclamation point specs in chat. Should pop those up for you, my friend. We are approaching transition altitude 18,000 feet. Let's go ahead and bug that up. We departed 12 minutes ago. It took us 12 minutes to get to the 18,000 feet. Not quite sure if that's good or bad. We're climbing at 1,900 feet per minute right now. I'm going to go standard barrel pressure. And I'll roll this one back to standard barrel as well, 2992. Good. And our cruise checklist. Altimeters are set. We'll just wait for the power, the cabin pressure, and the lights. Well, the lights are already set as required, so that's fine. X-Plane 12 must have TAA and use multi-threading to be a proper simulator in 2023. Sounds kind of demanding of me, but that's just my opinion. What? Everybody's entitled to their opinion, man. don't think you're wrong. I think for this sim to be next gen, like Laminar claims it to be, there's a lot of things that need to be done. A lot of it still reminds me of X-Plane 10 in 2011. You know what I mean? That's kind of the problem. Like I said, I don't... It's not that I don't think that this is not a viable simulator. I just feel like them calling it a next gen and kind of hyping it up to us like this is like the end-all be-all. And you remember the famous words from Austin Meyer, the owner of X-Plane, "We built this simulator from the ground up, brand new." I mean, what are you talking about, man? This is not brand new. This is the same old X-Plane that I've been used to since X-Plane 10, X-Plane 11, X-Plane 9. I mean, that's partly the problem, you know? If X-Plane had come out and set their expectations the way that we all expected, like what we saw visually on day one, that's another part of the problem why I've been so critical of this sim, is how the fuck can you sit there and bold-faced tell us that this simulator is built brand new from the ground up. The A330 that was being shipped with this simulator is the most groundbreaking, advanced, default airplane for any simulator, and it's shipped with a default 737 FMC. I mean, it's just, there's little things that add up to make it just like, you know what, man, like, fuck this, dude. I'm not supporting this type of behavior. I'm not supporting these developers who are going to try and pull the wool over my eyes and tell me something when that is blatantly not the case. This is not built from the ground up. This is X-Plane 11 with the tweaks, just like it's always been from every other X-Plane. X-Plane 11 was X-Plane 10. X-Plane 10 was X-Plane 9. Why lie? That was part of the problem with me specifically. That's why I was so upset and I was so critical to X-Plane when it first came out, is because, like, dude, I'm not fucking stupid. I've been using your platform for 10 years. Don't tell me this is brand new and anti-aliasing this and new rendering model and all of these things. Don't say things like that, dude. That's what really killed it for me, if you want me to be honest, like with X-Plane. It was, I felt like I was being treated like some 3, 4, 5-year-old kid who didn't know any better. Here, you just take what I say. Trust me, trust me, trust me. We've done everything. Don't worry about it, Captain. We've redone everything. We've done, you know, we've done this, we've done that. It's not true. That was part of the problem, a major problem, at least with me, personally, right? The cloud difference between 12 and 11 is big now, but not on release. Agreed. Yeah, the clouds are far better. If you actually scroll it back and we were getting ready for departure, it was beautiful. I commented of how nice it looked on the ground, looking out at the clouds off of departure into Vancouver. It looked good. Looked good, you know? It looked good. And I mean, listen, X-Plane, you can make X-Plane look good. You put beautiful ortho. I mean, look at the ortho imagery down there. You get nice ortho, you get yourself a good third-party airplane, boom, you're off to the races, man. You can have, it's not like it's impossible to have fun. It's just the process that you have to go through. Oh, I didn't call for pushback, okay. Yeah. Is that default below? No, that's not default. If we were flying default, Tom, you would know. The default is real bad. Real bad. Yeah. What do you think of the Thrustmaster Airbus throttle? I love it. One of my favorite Thrustmaster products. Yeah, and the yoke. I think the Thrustmaster Boeing yoke is my favorite, hands down. This yoke is just... words can't do justice for how good this thing is. You just have to try it and use it for yourself to understand how good of a product it is. It's crazy. I understand your frustration. Yes, I agree. Yep. You tried reinstalling X-Plane 12 multiple times? There you go. Yep. You prefer Aerofly over X-Plane, touch and feeling wise? What about the fact that Microsoft doesn't really simulate inertia? For me, it's extremely shocking. Well, here's the thing, Frank, and I don't like getting into the debate about flight model because we're sitting at a goddamn computer desk using a $200 joystick. So I'm not going to get into the debate or the argument about like which flight model. I think that certain aircraft and certain scenarios feel better in both sims. Depends what you're doing. I don't think we can make a fair...
I couldn't see a plane in front of me in Denver, and I was trying to turn the plane to the runway, but I told him I'm trying to turn, and he said sounds like a mechanical issue.
That's weird, Tyler. Well, thank you for the $10 donation. I appreciate you, man. That's incredibly kind. Thank you. Yeah, that's, I don't know what happened with your airplane. why you couldn't turn. Hopefully he didn't get too mad. Hope he didn't smash into him. Next time, just disconnect from FlyJSim if you're having any issues or something like that. That would probably be the easiest thing if you just disconnect. Yeah, I don't listen, and again, just to touch on what you were saying, Frank, I don't fly these simulators because I'm trying to replicate what it's like to fly in real life. I understand that some people use simulators to try and give them the feeling of, but I don't think that that's physically possible sitting on a static desk with your $200 joystick and your $100 rudder pedals. I just don't think you're ever going to you're never going to get a simulator that will give you that feeling and that experience, right? So for me, I find that an extremely mute point. What I look at a simulator is it visually pleasing to look at? Is it pushing the boundaries of technology, meaning my i9 CPU and my 3080 is actually being put to work displaying beautiful pictures and system depth around me? And another one to touch on that system depth. When I get into an airplane, if an airplane works the way that it should in real life, then that's enough for me, man. I will learn how to fly a simulator if it feels different or it does, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that there's a right and a wrong because I don't think any simulator is doing it right. But that's just me and that's my opinion. I can understand why some people would believe that it has something to do with it, but we're just, yeah. It's a flight sim, man. It's never going to replicate what it's like flying in real life, ever. And no simulator really does it that well. They kind of both do it, you know? Is the best quality but cheaper rudder pedals the Velocity T1s. Never use the Velocities. Yeah. I do miss my aircraft and X-Plane, but devs using external apps to handle how aircraft fly is a greater step in the right direction. I would agree. 100%. Yep. I figured out how to change my rudder and tiller to rudder and FMC. There you go. If you want to get the experience, you got to buy a multi-million-dollar sim. Exactly. Yep. No, I agree, man. Saw this FSE post on Twitter. It's going to be in Vegas. Yes. Very excited, Captain Don. Yeah. When I switched over to X-Plane 10, I was so happy with the 330-200 and the E320 by Jar Design, but now I feel I don't want to get near it. I'm with you, man. Yeah. I wouldn't dare. Yeah. You have the Thrustmaster yoke? Very cool. Flight Simulator 1979 was the only good sim in my opinion. What's the biggest and smallest plane you've flown IRL? The biggest plane I've been in, probably a 787-900. I think that was the biggest. Yeah, 787-900 WestJet was the biggest one I've been in. The smallest one that I've been in, probably like a 152 or a 172. When my buddy was doing his flight training, probably a 172 to be honest with you. I think we're at cruise. We are. We'll pull the power back to min. Aim for like 65 on the torque. And we can finish our checklist. Set, good. And then our descent checklist will be next. Beautiful. We are... Okay, let's do a quick little check here. We'll go to our VNAV. We'll put in our target of about 1,800 feet per minute. We'll enter that in, and we've got about 40 miles, 37.5 miles till top of descent jet, 6 minutes. So we're looking good. Cool. What aircraft do you hope for the Vegas flights next year? I'll probably fly Air Canada. I just got myself an Air Canada Amex, Air Canada MasterCard, or no, American Express. So used to saying MasterCard or Visa. I just got an Air Canada Amex, which collects like 3 times points. So I'll probably fly Air Canada just so I get a stupid amount of points. And I think they do it on their Max 8. It'll be Ottawa, Toronto, Toronto, Vegas. And same thing for the return. Vegas, Toronto, Toronto, Ottawa. Or I go to Montreal, but I'll probably go to Toronto. A 152 is pretty damn cozy. It is. Yeah, it is. Got my PPL on the Piper Warrior, also very cozy. Nice, very cool. I've only been on a 737-800 twice, an Airbus A321 once in my life in December. I'm going on a 319 and a 777 Air Canada for the first time. Very cool, man. Enjoy that, dude. Enjoy that. Looks like Air Canada does Rouge from Toronto to Vegas. Just started looking. Ooh, there you go. Pretty sure they do it mainline, though, don't they, Sebastian? I'm almost positive they do it mainline. I think I have an issue with one of my ortho tiles out here. So this is default. for you guys wondering, this is default X-plane, this is ortho. So you can see the major difference. Default, which is, again, looks like something that came straight out of early 2000s. Default texturing. And then we've got our ortho line over there. You can literally see the difference. See how much more details in ortho. And again, for most people flying, this is a big enough reason for you to use Microsoft, right? Again, I'm just not picking fights here. This is another huge reason why people choose Microsoft, because if we were in Microsoft right now, we wouldn't have to worry about splitting a tile or a tile not working properly, because we'd have ortho all over the world, right? So, yeah. I found mainline flights, but only with stopovers out west first. Interesting. Huh. It may be because it's just that time of the year, Sebastian, like you just mentioned. It's fall, it's winter. They're getting all the snowbirds down to, you know, their destinations. I'd be curious to see, like, in the winter what flights are doing, because last time I checked, I'm trying to remember if it was, maybe it's WestJet that offers direct from Toronto. I can't remember. It might be WestJet. Check WestJet, Sebastian. Maybe it's WestJet that offers direct from Toronto, from Pearson. I don't know. All right, 20 miles till descent. I'll show you guys this arrival. So this is a really cool arrival. We're going to be actually coming in from here. So if you look at the C-Cab, we're going to be coming in from C-Cab, Almond, Pilma, Vivek, Vilmo, and then Ambat. And if we go to our arrival, you can see here's Ambat. So we're going to be taking Ambat. We're going to come down this. And the aircraft actually flies this incredibly well. I flew this approach yesterday on one of my practice sectors. Fantastic approach. So, should be really, really cool. Looking forward to it. So it's going to go Ambat down and into runway 34. It's a really, really cool approach. Would it be your first time in Vegas? It would, yes. Yeah, it'd be my first time, and I would most likely spend a week, I think. Yeah. Decap FS Expo 2024 is now confirmed in Vegas, 21st to 23rd, 2024, Tropicana, Las Vegas. I am incredibly excited, my friend. I hope you can make it, Q8. I mean, we could have some fun down in Vegas, don't you think, my friend? I'm not a gambling man. I don't drink that much. But I bet we could just have fun driving around and looking at all the shenanigans going on around us. You'll definitely be there? Absolutely awesome. That is great news. Probably the best news I've heard all day. Can't wait, my friend. Cannot wait to see you down in Vegas. It's going to be an absolute blast. At least it's in Vegas, too, for you, QA. You could probably find some direct flights, maybe? Maybe with a stop in, like, New York, like you had to do as well. Blue Man Group, Cirque du Soleil. Some crazy stuff. Honestly, the biggest thing that I would be looking forward to is the road trip out to the Grand Canyon. That's something that I've always wanted to do. I understand that it's like a full day adventure. I'm pretty sure it's like, what, 3.5, 4 hours away? But I've always wanted to do like the Grand Canyon, drive out to the Grand Canyon, like experience that whole thing. Helicopter tours, man, there's some crazy stuff we can do. Crazy stuff we can do. You know, Grand Canyon is a must. Loved it when I went to Vegas. Yeah, see, exactly. We left at 7 a.m. and got back at around 8 p.m. Oh yeah, it's a full day. Full day. That's why I said I would probably spend a week in Vegas, just because I think there would be so many things that I would want to do. You know, I usually spend 5 days when I go to these expos. Something like that, so. I'm going to plan on going for your 14th birthday to Vegas? Nice. Or for the expo, you mean? 30-minute flight to LAX and cheap? Yeah, true. I mean, yeah, I was telling people you could take, you could jump on a Southwest, or yeah, you could jump on a Southwest flight, go to like San Diego for the day. Just bring a backpack, you know what I mean? Not even. Just go with stuff in your pocket. Am I going to do any meetups? Absolutely, Matthew. Just like we did in Houston, man. We'll create a whole Discord channel. You guys want to come out for dinner? You know, you know that I'll be at the Thrustmaster booth, right? So if you ever wanted to come say hello, please, you know, We'll be hanging out at the Thrustmaster booth, and I'm sure we're going to do a live stream from there. No Fogo, but there's Texas to Brazil, which I've heard is arguably better nowadays. So I don't know. Southwest flies every 30 minutes? Yeah, it's crazy. I forgot to hit my VNAV button, chat. Sorry, VNAV. There we go. VNAV path. Going to bring the power back slightly now. It's going to have a little bit of a rough descent initially. Apologize. I thought I hit my VNAV button, but I didn't. I think they said ticket info comes out in December. Yeah, perfect. We'll definitely be able to. I know that they usually get discounts with WestJet and stuff like that. I don't know if they'll get Air Canada discounts, but I know all the Canadian airlines fly into there. Flair, WestJet, Air Canada. I know they all fly in as well, so.
And this is for a great friend, a well-decorated captain.
QA pilot coming in with the 200 smackaroons. Chat, can we please get some love for the one and only Mr. QA pilot? Incredibly kind. I actually have something very special that we're going to be announcing tomorrow. I've been very fortunate to have been put in contact with a non-profit organization, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a campaign. I've never done this on my channel before. I was approached by my good friend, Mr. QA pilot, to see if there was something that I could do to help them along with the lines. I found out more information about the non-profit organization, so we're going to be doing we're going to be starting a fundraiser, if you will, which is actually going to be starting tomorrow. I'm going to have all kinds of information for you guys probably tonight or tomorrow morning. I'll make the post of what we're going to be doing and how we're going to be doing things. So some really cool stuff. I've got some really cool prizes that we're going to be giving away as well. It's not just you know, me asking for donation money for a charity. We've got some really cool prizes that are going to be going out, and all you have to do is donate to the charity to be eligible to win these prizes. Off the top of my head, we've got a Phoenix A320 to give away. So one lucky winner is going to be winning a Phoenix A320. So we've got some really cool things going on. So again, thank you, Q8, for bringing light to the awareness to things like this. I didn't even know what this was until a week or two ago when you and I started having this conversation about potentially doing a fundraiser. So excited for that. Really cool that I can finally you know, give back something on my channel and be confident that it's going to a good cause and a good place. So it's really cool. Very excited for that. How long until landing? We should be on the ground in 20 to 30 minutes, something like that. Q400 looks super cool. I'm excited when we get it to Microsoft. Absolutely, man. It is a blast to fly. Yeah, a blast to fly. Hey, no worries, Q8. Likewise, same to you, my friend. And that's exactly why I'm doing it, is, you know, I fully support what you're doing and the awareness that you're bringing. So absolutely, my friend. Hey, Gab, do you use FS Realistic Turbulence on Microsoft low or medium? The clear air turbulence, or don't use any of those. Don't use the clear air or anything like that. Why I explain today? Because I'm flying my glorious Q400, my friend. I have missed this airplane very dearly. Being as a Canadian and flying in Canada my whole life, very thankfully for family members working in the aviation industry, I've been able to fly on this airplane multiple times, and it is by far my favorite aircraft ever made. Absolutely love this thing. And yeah, I just kind of, if I'm being honest with you, I got a little bit tired of flying an A320 and a 737 all the time. I needed something a little bit different. It's not even so much that like, oh my god, we're flying X-Plane today. It's more like, wow, we're just flying the Q400 because I needed to fly something different. And hopefully I'm doing a good job in just, you know, giving the options and the stuff for people to show you that there are more options. You know, there are great simulators, there are other options out there. So I've actually never been on this plane in 16 years. Really? My god, man. Tom coming in with the 5 gifted members. Tom, huge no floaties to you, my friend. Thank you very much for the support. That is incredibly kind. Guys, if you just got a gifted membership, please make sure you say thank you in chat. That is incredibly kind, Tom. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate you, dude. Huge no floaties, guys, in chat for Mr. Tom. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate it, man. Let me go ahead and get Mr. QA Pilot here as well. Good. There's 200 smackaroons. Beautiful. Good. Look at that leaderboard. Some great people up on that leaderboard. Beautiful. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Again, QA. Thank you, man. Some told us A321 ops would be cool while we wait for the Phoenix A321. Maybe. We'll see how long we end up waiting for it, Randy. Randy, if I'm being 100% honest with you, I don't think Tolis thinks very highly of me anymore all that much. I'm sure I could reach out to them and they'd probably, maybe a little bit reluctantly, give me a key. The A321 needs to be updated. I haven't paid or done the upgrade for the A321 from X-Plane to X-Plane 11 to X-Plane 12. So I don't know how they would feel about that. I've been pretty critical of Tolis lately as well. I just don't understand charging $90 for an A320neo, and there's other things that, like, yeah. I've been a little bit critical of Tolis lately, so I don't know if they'd be ball game for that, so yeah. And I don't know how it works because I don't actually own like an A321. I just have an A321 that they've given me, so I don't know what would need to be done. I'm pretty sure I would need a key or something like that, so. Imagine approaches into YTZ with the Q400 and Microsoft. It'd be incredible, dude. With the downtown off your right, it would be absolutely incredible. Yeah. People buy planes and sims for $90. I mean, yeah, there's even more expensive one, dude. It's pretty crazy. 210 knot restriction at Vivek. So we're looking good. We just have to make sure we hit 210 at Vivek. We are 10 miles out. We might as well bring that to idle now for Vivek. Our descent checklist altimeters are set 3022, 3022. Good. Oop. Approach and landing briefing. You guys know what we're expecting here. We're expecting the RNAV Zulu 34. We can take it down to about 2,500 feet at Vobak. So coming out of this turn from Odkim to Vobak, I'll take control as we kind of make this final turn in for runway 34. So we'll take it down to 2,500. That should be good. We'll call that our approach and landing briefing complete. Cabin out control set and ice protection as required. Approach checklist. As we come through 10,000 feet, we'll do our approach checklist. Cool. Hot start Challenger 650 is $114.95. Yeah. And I think Flight Factor has a couple planes for $110, don't they? Or $99 or $109 or something. How come your map is black to see the flight path? What do you mean, Jacob? What airplane are you flying? Are you talking about this airplane that you're flying? Cap, I meant on the low, medium, realistic turbulence and settings, what do I use? So not FS realistic, you mean the not FS realistic, you're talking about just like the I use the low. I have no clue, Jacob. I'm sorry, man. I don't know. I don't even know what airplane you're talking. You're talking about a Max, but I don't know which Max. Altimeters are set. Landing lights are going on. Beautiful. GPWS landing flaps, 15 degrees. Checked. Fuel transfer off. Tank aux pop 1 and 2 and standby hydraulic pressure and PTU control come on. On. Good. Got another message in here. We'll return. That's fine. You can stop yelling at me. 210 knots is what we were looking for. I'm going to bring that speed back up now. Don't want to go less than like 190. Keep it around 190 if we can. We should keep descending now when we're through the turn. Okay. Hydraulic pressure and quantities checked. Passenger signs are dinged and on. Caution warning lights checked. Cabin is secure. Approach checklist is complete. Next checklist will be our landing checklist. If we look off here, our left wing, you can actually see the airport chat. The airport's going to be right here. There's Kelowna International. So you can see we're flying this beautiful RNAV approach. We're actually down on like the coming down this way now. We're going direct to Ambat. So we're actually on this part of the approach now. So 8,000 feet at Ambat, 210 knots. So we're good. You did not turn time? What do you mean I did not turn time? Our chrono's on. We've been 37 minutes is our flight time. What is the average range of the Q400? Good question. I don't know. I think he can do like 1,500, 2,000 nautical miles or something. It's 1,600 and something, I think it is the max. I know that they go on a couple hour flights in some places. So, do you have dinner before your next stream? Yes. Next stream is at 7:30 p.m. Yeah. Sim Fanatic, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. Hope you're doing well. How do you like X-Plane 12? I'm more so enjoying the aircraft, and that's why I'm here. I didn't really come in here because I thought X-Plane 12 would blow me away. I'm more in here because the Q400 is one of my favorite airplanes to fly. The 757, which we're going to be flying this weekend, is also an incredible aircraft to fly, and I thoroughly enjoy it. So yeah. What's the next stream going to be? That is this evening. We're going to be back in the Q400. We're going to be doing some WestJet Encore ops. We're going to be going from Kelowna, where we're landing now, to Edmonton, and then Edmonton to Calgary. That's the plan for this evening. I have no clue, Sanjay. I'd like to believe he does, but I honestly have no clue. Oscars, what's up, man? Good to see you, dude. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. $2,000 nautical miles. What would that be? That's like 6 hours of flying? I believe it. Yes, I can show you my X-Plane 12 settings, Speedbird. I also showed them at the beginning before we departed on our first one. Service ceiling of 25,000 feet. Yep, and you feel every inch of that, Tom. Let me tell you, your ears have never popped like they have when you fly the Q400, dude. This thing is oof. You really feel the high altitude in these. Yeah. The only thing I prefer over X-Plane is the replay system and the camera views. Yep. Well, I mean, the camera views are the same. You basically set them the exact same. You set camera views left wing, right wing, behind wing, in front of wing, back wing, whatever you want, right? Love my ortho out here. They did a great job. I think this ortho comes with the scenery. That's why it's done in a little bit of a different color. It's like, looks like it's been color corrected, if you will. Even like here along the mountain range, you can see where it's been color corrected all the way around. I think it comes with the scenery. I'm not sure though. So you're flying X-Plane all weekend? I am. X-Plane all week. Yes, today is this week is an X-Plane week. All right, cool. We're looking good. I'm going to start bringing my speed back now to about 190. What did I say we want to take this down to? About 2,500 feet is what we can take it down to. So we'll go 2,500 feet. I'm also going to plug in our minimums. It's 2,500. Good. Minimums on the approach. Sim Fanatic, thanks so much for support, man. Appreciate you, dude. Huge No Floaties gifting a member to the channel. That's extremely kind. I appreciate you, man. 440 on our decision height, chat. 440 should be good right about there. Good. We are through 10,000 feet. Those guys are on. Good. Approach checklist. Oh, we already did that. Cool. So we're good. We are good. 170. I'm going to keep that speed in right now. Approach comes up pretty quick here. A little bit bumpy. Not too bad. Will you start switching from X-Plane to Microsoft like a year ago and you spend 2 weeks in each one? Probably not, Sasha, if I'm being honest with you. I just, with the releases coming in Microsoft, the 319, the 321, the MD-11, the A300, I just don't see myself jumping into this sim. There's not enough airplanes in this sim that I want to fly. I could see us coming back every month or two to fly the Q400. Absolutely. Or the 757 until we get that released in Microsoft. Absolutely. I could see us using this sim more than we have been. Do I think it's going to take me another year to use this? No. I think we'll be back before then. But I just don't know. I don't think I'm willing to do like 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks, 2 weeks. No. There's too much work that needs to be done with X-Plane as far as like ortho and libraries and scenery, and it's a hassle, to be honest with you. I mean, Melinda, it's a fact from them. I don't think Phoenix would ever come out and say that they're going to put something out and then not do it. We've got the IAE engines coming before the end of the month. September 31st, they'll be out. And then we've got the A319 and the 21 by the end of the year. There's, other than you being negative for no reason, Phoenix has never given you a reason to doubt them on the release. This is the release schedule. They would not just come out with a release schedule if they didn't plan on doing it. They would have just not given us a release schedule. September 30th, sorry, not the 31st. They published a roadmap. Yeah, that's what Melinda's just being silly for no reason. I don't know why. But that's fine. Okay, let's start bringing our speed out. Let's go flaps 5 degrees. As soon as we hear the 2500, we'll go gear down. We should hear it any second. The airport is right out there.
2500.
There it is. Let's go gear down. Flaps 10 degrees. You're going to hear that horn because the gear wasn't down completely before I did the flaps. And our approach speed today should be 135. That's what we're aiming for, 135. I'm going to go and turn this on here quickly. We're going to go gear down, condition levers to max. Good. Bleed air 1 and 2 min as required. Flight 10, Souza seated for arrival. FA notifications done, and flaps are going to the 15 position, which will be our landing flaps. And we've got our speed in now. Beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and turn on X camera, which now should let me look outside, which it does. I'm going to reset my view. There it is. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and take control of the aircraft. I'll throw on the yoke cam. Sounds are going up. Enjoy the arrival, friends. I'll get you guys down on the ground. My airplane. Beautiful. I'm just going to follow the deviation path the way in. That's all we're going to do. 135 on the approach. There's 135. Cool. Airplane feels good, looks good. One good thing I love about this is not having to record my replays. I actually don't like my camera angle right now. I'm going to disable that. Bread. Yeah, no floating on this one though. We want to try and not float it. Is our altitude cut good? No floating this time. Let's put this bad boy down. So my deviation, man, I'm gonna have to change that. There's something in the yoke that's like tweaking out and like squeezing it in a way that's it doesn't like or something. And we're gonna fly Pappies now because our glide slope is getting a little bit lower than I'd like. We're flying Pappies, 3 red, 1 white, no problem. Back on track.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh my god, chat. Stop with the view. Why does it keep doing that? That was literal perfection. Reversers. I gotta disable that view. Oof. That was so good. So good. Oh. Okay, chat. Explains my new sim. Oh, fuck. That was so nice. airplane, man. I love this airplane, chat, so much. You guys understand why I love this airplane so much? Imagine being Canadian and being like a kid and getting to fly in this airplane all the time with the sounds and the way it lands and oof. Man. That was real good. Real good. Right. You go off upstairs. You're off, you're off, you're on. You're to red, you're off. Oops, okay, I didn't have you on already. Good. Bleed air back to min. Oops, nope, didn't mean to do that. Bleed air back to min. APU power switch on. Gust lock comes in. No float at all? No, dude, that was perfect. I felt that one. We had to get that. It was such a beautiful approach. That RNAV approach in, delicious. Control log, transponder radar flaps. Clean. Tank aux pump 1 and 2, standby hydraulic pressure and PTU control off. Good. Off, off, off. Yaw damper off. Anti-collision light is red, which we did. Lights good. Pitot-static switches off. Windshield heat off. Window heat off. Good. Ice protection is required. Main bus tie is tied. APU, we already got that, and bleed air as required after landing checklist complete. Good. APU start. APU start, hit the wrong button. There we go. This plane is so similar to the ATR. I actually might get the ATR, to be honest. It looks like fun. The ATR in Microsoft is fantastic. I really enjoy it. It's gotten really good, especially after like a couple updates as well. But listen, nothing is going to hold my heart the way that the Q4... I didn't mean to hit that button, I'm sorry. Now we're all deaf. The Q400 is it's my all-time favorite turboprop, man. It just doesn't get any better than this airplane, in my opinion. My opinion. It's so good. So damn good. You didn't warn us. I know, because I fat-fingered a button. Guys, if you enjoyed today's stream, please don't forget to smash down that thumb button. It's been a long time coming. I'll be the first one to admit it. Like I said, I always knew I would be back in X-Plane, but I didn't know when I would be back in X-Plane. But I'm glad that I spent the last couple days kind of getting things ready and prepped for you guys. I was able to get ortho and make sure all my sceneries and libraries and aircrafts were all up to date. If you are an avid X-Plane user and you don't own this aircraft yet, I highly suggest picking it up. It is by far my favorite airplane, for a reason. It's so good on so many different levels. It's absolutely fantastic. I mean, the sound set alone is almost worth the price of the airplane. Harold celebrating 11 months. Thanks so much, Harold. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Incredible. Huge no floaties. Thank you, thank you. Came for the stream tonight, Cap. I think the West End Encore livery looks sexy on the Q4. It does. I don't think it looks better than this. The Air Canada Express. My goodness, it's beautiful. But it should be a good one. Yeah. Fun stream, Cap. Great landings. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Garnet. You don't have X-Plane, you have Microsoft. Yes, if you just have Microsoft, you're going to have to wait till... we get the Q400 for Microsoft, which we should. We should. How's X-Plane performing compared to Microsoft in terms of FPS? Pretty similar, to be honest with you. I would say that they're actually pretty similar. Although I do get some weird like lags at certain airports with X-Plane right now. It could just be I have like a scenery out of date or something like that, but yeah. What's the livery? I'll show you here in a second. We're about to get parked up at the stand. We actually want stand 3, which is going to be over here. We're going to turn off you. We're going to turn our APU gen on. Good. So we're using X-Plane 11 scenery here. I mean, a lot of it is X-Plane 11 scenery, Tom. There's not very many developers that have updated it. So yes, correct. This was brought out of my X-Plane 11 folder to, yeah. There'll be the ortho loading in. I noticed an issue as well, as it's something recently reported to Laminar. Okay, got you. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, performance is pleasantly surprising, to be honest with you. Although I never really had a performance issue with X-Plane. Maybe on release the last time I used it, but again, I think we spoke about where my issues lie with laminar research and X-Plane, but I do actually think that the simulator is very viable now, where I don't know if I could have said that 6 months ago or a year ago. I don't think I could have said that, but if they continue going like this, I could see this simulator, you know, being a really great option again. I think it's already gotten there to an aspect, but yeah. Alright, that should be good. Park brake on. APU gens are on, so I can bring this back down to feather. Good. Okay, taxi lights off, emergency brake is on, standby hydraulic pressure and PTU control, we've already got that. Power levers or disc, we've got that. Condition lever start and feather, good. Passenger signs are off, nose wheel steering is off. Radar is off, anti-skid off. Bleed air 1 and 2, min off. Min off, good. APU and GPU as required, good. Emergency lights really off, okay. Emergency lights off. Fuel conditions, we'll pretend it's been 30 seconds, yeah, and we'll just put those off. And lights as required, battery master, main, aux, and standby, all on, as we're still having the aircraft. Shutdown checklist complete, my friends. Actually, you know what? We can probably do the last flight of the day. Recirc fans go off. Let's turn the recirc fans off. Bleed air. Here, we'll treat this as if it's like the actual last flight of the day. All of that stuff can come off, and then it actually says to turn these guys off. These, okay, so they do just turn off like that. Hopefully this doesn't screw with our replay, but anyways. And then you go off, confirm, you go off, confirm. We're just pretending like this is the last flight of the day, chat. Done, 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 and done. Last flight checklist complete, although we would get all those guys off as well. And we are standing on APU just because we need to get the passengers off, but there we have it. Absolutely beautiful, my friends. Shall we toggle some replays and get in our replays? I want to see how buttery smooth that approach was, man. We hand flew that out from quite a while out as well, so again, as I mentioned, the biggest forte of X-Plane, in my opinion, is the way that these aircraft hand fly. It is just so good. So good. That is the big selling point in this simulator is fuck the visuals. The visuals will never be what we want them to be, in my opinion, especially after a lot of us have experienced Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's not why you use X-Plane. I think you use X-Plane to fly airplanes like this, and just so good, man. So good. Better than PMDG hand flying. I mean, if I'm being 100% honest with you, that is by far the best hand-flying airplane. Oh my god. That was by far the best hand-flying airplane I've flown in a very long time. So you can take that how you want it. You can take it as however you may like it. That was hands down the best hand-flying experience I've had in a very long time. Very long time. That was absolute grease, by the way. Can we just take a second to appreciate that landing? My first stream back in X-Plane in over a year. Now, I did do five practice flights? 5 practice flights yesterday. But, hey, the sound, the visuals, look at this, chat. Look at that flare. Oh my dear. Slightly off center line. Not quite a 10 out of 10, but I'm definitely giving that like a 9.1, 9.2. 9.2 landing, chat. That was spectacular. Spectacular. Let's get some wing views here. Look at us coming in all pretty. Wonderful, guys. Thanks for coming to hang out today. I really do appreciate. It's making some weird noise, probably because I turned everything off. Thanks so much for coming to hang out today, friends. I truly do appreciate it. I hope you guys all enjoyed it. Again, something completely different. It's been literally over a year since we've flown in in X-Plane. So there's that. So thank you all for being here today. I truly do appreciate it. For those of you that don't know, we have a new schedule here happening on Thursdays. I'm actually going to be live this evening again. I do Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening streams now. So if you're around this evening, if you're a North American viewer, if you're somebody that stays up late in Europe or something like that, please do tune in this evening. I keep hitting that button by accident. Please tune in this evening. We're going to be having some more fun. We're going to be in the WestJet Encore Q400. We're going to be flying from Kelowna to Edmonton, Edmonton to Calgary. Some more great yeah, something's bugging out. I think it's the flaps or something. Something's bugging out. Anyways, thank you so much for the support, guys, today. I truly do appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's live stream. It was absolutely awesome. An incredible landing here back into Kelowna. That's the landing I was hoping that we would get when we did into Vancouver, but that's okay. Nonetheless, we still have a great one now. I'll give you guys a few more. Somebody was saying they want a tower view, so I'll give you guys a nice tower view of us coming in here as well. Look at that coming in. I'm gonna leave you guys with the outro tunes now as well. I do not use auto ortho. No, I've had ortho. I've thousands and thousands of hours and money and time invested in X-Plane 11. So I had all of my ortho. I had like my vertical sim V states ortho that I've made myself. I have ortho for quite a bit of the world that I fly over. So I do not use auto ortho. No, I've heard really weird things about auto ortho as well. So super happy with that landing, chat. Like, incredible. Probably my best landing yet to date, to be honest with you. Just have to remember, like, you have to be super careful with that nose. You almost have to push the nose over, otherwise it just stays like that. And I think it's like that in the real aircraft because it's so ass heavy that I think you actually need to, like, push the nose over. But it's completely opposite about how I would usually fly it. So yeah, cool, guys. Enjoy the replays, enjoy the outro tunes. Appreciate everybody being here. Again, we will be live this evening, so if you are interested in watching a live stream this evening, do please come and hang out again. Enjoy the outro, enjoy the replays. Thanks everybody for being here. Appreciate y'all, and hopefully I'll see you guys tonight. If not, I'll see the rest of you on Saturday in the 757. Ooh, that will be even more interesting. Happy landings, my friends. See